Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Once again, this song, this big fan, Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Chilling with my guy Notorious. We in the building. Now we know Stephen A. Smith was talking real spicy about Mikel Brown Jr. about this, you know what I'm saying, before this interview. And that being said, we here for it. You know what I mean? Notorious, just in before we get to the interview, I know you heard him talking spicy about Mikel Brown Jr. How you feel about him getting the interview after he said all that shit about what he said?
So first of all, I want to make a couple of things clear. That interview was before Stephen A. said what he said. So
Oh,
that's
that's
not a
true.
current
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah,
So we
that's
we
true.
we
That's
we,
true.
ha- we have to keep that in mind. This is not an interview he just did with Mikel. This was an
Yeah.
interview that happened before the draft.
This is what's when the Thunder and the Spurs were playing. Because I remember in the interview he was asking him, and towards the end, you know, who do you think is going to the finals? The Thunder or the
Right,
Spurs.
right.
So yeah, I'm glad you
Because he
pointed that
started
out.
bragging about his Knicks going to the finals and all of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
hmm But yeah, do you want me to tell you what I think about it?
Well, I wanted to break it down. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna
Okay.
go piece by piece. We're gonna start now.
With us right now. He's a big time NBA prospect. The brother can play. Make no mistake about it. Was a freshman at Louisville last year, averaged 18 points a game. If it wasn't for a back injury derailing him, who the hell knows what Louisville would have done? They lost in the second round to Michigan State, but this brother can play. And I like ballers on the show. Y'all know how I am. The one and only Mikel Brown Jr. out of Louisville is right here with me right now. What's going on, man? How you doing?
So my thing is this: why interview him then and then release the content now? Why it take so long for the content to
But
be
that's
released?
what I was trying to get into, Breeze.
Talk to Yeah, talk to us,
I
bro.
think this shit is formative by Stephen A. Trying to save face. Because
Uh-huh.
interview before the draft, the Brooklyn Nets about not drafting Darius Huff and how we should move and how Darius Acuff is box office. And I
Right.
think he's starting to see those last performances from Mikel. And I've been
Mm-hmm.
seeing the fans eat on X like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, Mikel is box office now.
Yeah,
And
but before,
don't try to drop the interview now when you was just pretty much insinuating this young man
mm-hmm.
wasn't box office and that the
Right,
Nets were stupid for picking him over a cuff.
facts.
You
And
see the
yeah,
performances, and you
yeah,
that my young boy is cooking. Now you want
uh-huh.
to be performing and try to save face and drop an
Mm-hmm.
old interview.
Right, right. And the thing is he could have said some of that
That's
stuff
what I'm
when.
getting from it. I don't
Right, right.
know. Maybe I'm
Right. No,
wrong.
listen, I'm totally with you. And what I'm saying is he could have said all of this stuff when we drafted Mikel Brown Jr. He could have said, yo, I interviewed this kid. I seen him play at Louisville. He could have said some of the same stuff, had some of the same sentiments. And when we drafted him, he didn't do none of that. He made us look like we did the wrong thing by getting Darius Acuff Jr. And I think it's biting him in the ass right now. I think at the end of the day, it showed that he ain't really give us no
Exactly.
support. And I said that to say this is why I tell y'all we don't have no big media representation. They flip flops. They switching on you. They could easily just be on the other side. You know he a Knick fan already, so imagine the type of shit he be talking about the Brooklyn
Right.
Nets. He don't represent us, bro. I'm telling you, bro. We ain't big media until we big media, bro. We gonna keep
Right.
cooking. You know what I'm saying? Shout to Kingdom Jordan, shout to Ill Nets fan, shout to Money Mike, shout to
I
Notorious for
think
joining
I
the
think
channel.
he trying to save face. Right.
Yeah, hell
Now,
yeah.
Breeze, I just want to say this real quick. I think he trying to save face because here's the thing. He's not going to come out. What he's going to say is, well, I never said Mikel wasn't a good player. I had him on my
Uh-huh.
show. I said
Yeah.
the brother could ball. But listen, read between the lines, G.
Uh-huh.
If I'm Mikel Brown Jr., bro, and I
Mhm.
get drafted by the Brooklyn Nets and I'm
Yeah.
watching Stephen A. Smith on national television pretty much tell the team that drafted me that they're stupid because they
Mhm.
didn't draft another guy, how
Mhm.
would that make you feel? That make
Basically,
you feel like you're not good enough, right?
right. But
That you
that's what I'm
not box
saying.
office.
Yeah, but
Lord.
take into account that everybody knows he a Knicks fan. You got to take what he say to the extent to a grain of salt. You can't always lean into what he does and says because he's gonna have a perspective of the other side. He represents them, so he's gonna try to, you know what I mean, make it look a way where we did the wrong thing. At the end of the day, I think the irony, the beauty of it is somebody that's 6'5" and as a perimeter player can compete with somebody like a Jalen Brunson. You want to get Jalen Brunson understudy. You get Darius A. Cup Jr. on Draymond Green show talking about how he watching Jalen Brunson in the finals, which is fine, but that's why Stephen A. wanted Darius A. Cup Jr. because he knows that's a Jalen Brunson understudy. So you want the big dog while we get the under. You know what I'm saying?
Just listen, man.
Looking up to who the best player on your team. That's what he wanted. That's what I'm saying. He looked at it from a Knick fan lens. Shout out to
I
the
don't
Brooklyn
take
boys in the
nothing,
chat. He
Stephen
said
A.
the best fans, baby. We out here, man. Shout out to NY. But go ahead, Notorious Talkers, bro.
No, I was just gonna say I don't take nothing Stephen A. say seriously, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Everything he says it because he's trying to be performative, and he's a grifter. Trust
Mm-hmm.
me. If Mikel continues on it, doing what he's supposed to be doing on the
Mm-hmm.
basketball court, as we, showing that promise that we seen in summer league in the regular season, he's going to switch his whole tone up. Like he was always a Mikel Brown Jr. fan, and how he
Mm-hmm.
had him on the show, and da 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 da. This is what Stephen A. does. He's a grifter, bro. I don't
Yeah.
take nothing he says serious. When Stephen A. said we took the wrong guy, you know what I did? I
Mm-hmm.
smiled. Because you know what? I said we absolutely didn't take the wrong guy because Stephen A. said we did. It's
Right.
that total opposite. Whatever Stephen A. say, it's the opposite of that.
All right, let's get more into the interview. Mikel Brown Jr. held his own on this interview. Look at the tough questions that Stephen A. posed a young upstart rookie Mikel Brown Jr. And look how this young man conducts himself. Again, he belongs in this town. Speaking.
No,
Doing how's
totally.
everything?
I mean, we
I'm
always
doing
talk.
great. I'm doing great. How
Okay.
you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Thank you for being on the show. First order of business. How's your health doing? How's that back that derailed you and prevented you from playing in the NCAA tournament and all the ACC tournament as well? How's your back feeling? How's it coming along?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I mean, the doctors cleared me from the league. So I mean, I said it before. Like I said, in all the interviews, I feel amazing. I feel myself again, and feel like I'm getting back to who I was before the season started. So.
What was it like for you to have to sit
So
down and watch?
So you see what I'm saying? That's a tough question to start with, you know what I mean? And I felt like he held his own, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when it come down to media, he is well versed. He knows how to answer these questions. That he is in no pressure at all. This whole interview is tough. Shout out to Maria Signal. She the first one who sent me the content. She had sent me a clip of this. But Joey, how you think he handled that first question from Stephen A?
I think he handled it perfectly. Listen, you could tell Mikel is he's poised, man. We always talk about how poised and how mature he is for his age, and I think it a little bit has to do with his confidence. He just know he's confident in his ability, and he's confident he's a confident basketball player, and he know what he could do on the court. So,
Yeah.
and I think that pretty much shines through, with his media stuff, and him being able to answer questions the right way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just pull into perspective is one thing for us to speculate about what must have been going through your mind, but you tell us in your own words, what was that like for you having to sit out games in your lone college season at Louisville?
Well, let's skip that part, and then he talks about the draft comparison. We'll skip that part and go to that part now.
I'm also asking that question because I imagine that it's one thing to just be injured and to be sitting out. It's another thing entirely to hear pundits like myself and so many others. We're talking about a Darren Peterson at Kansas. We're talking about a Darius A. Cup Jr. at Arkansas. We're talking about Fleming at Houston. And we're talking about all of these cats that do what you do. And they were getting a lot of shine, but obviously people would bring up your name because everybody was saying that brother can play. That brother can really, really play. But you wanted the opportunity to show that. Did that make it that much tougher in the sport of basketball? I often think about that because I'm saying no matter how much of a team oriented game it is, your individual skill is also something that you hold a lot of pride in, and you want an opportunity to showcase that on the biggest stage, particularly when people are comparing you to other people. What was it like for you hearing all of that noise, particularly while you were injured?
I mean, yeah, as a competitor, that's what you thrive for, is to play the best of the best every single night and every single game. But I really was just more focused on myself. I stay in my lane, I stay working. Just trying to be the better version of myself that the very next day. So when it comes to that stuff, people comparing all that stuff, and I really don't listen to the outside noise when it comes to that. I'm just so locked in on myself and just trying to better myself every single day, because at the end of the day, my work is going to show just like their work is going to show. So,
Mikel Brown,
no sweat off his back. What's water to a well? Huh? What's mud to a snail? Huh? He's answering these questions like with grace. Yo, man, he's ready for whatever bright light that the city may bring, Brooklyn may bring. He's ready for it, man. What do you think about how he handled that question about him being compared to the top 5 in front of him?
I think he nailed it. I think he answered it perfectly. Listen, that's outside noise. You can't sit here and worry about Peterson and a cuff. You got to be focused on yourself. You got to be worried about what you can control. You understand what I'm saying? You worrying about somebody comparing you to another player, that's noise. Like he said, what he needs to be focused is on himself and him being a better basketball player and a better professional and a better individual every day. He answered it perfectly. He nailed the question. 10 out of 10.
Facts. See, this is a dope interview. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it going. The next one is what the Brooklyn Nets are getting. That's the way he's gonna ask him. We're gonna recap that. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. But like I said, I'm gonna have the members start to show me. You know what I'm saying? If y'all into that, if y'all want to. But yeah, thank you, Notorious, for starting the show with me, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Junior, what is an NBA team going to get when they draft you to come into the league next season? We see the 18.2 points, the 41% shooting, the 34% from 3-point range. We saw you drop 45 against North Carolina State. We saw you drop 29 against Kentucky. We know what you can do. But in your words, what is an NBA team going to get when they draft Mikel Brown Jr.?
Just gonna get a leader. Gonna get somebody that's just wanting to win and just gonna do whatever it takes to win. When it comes to that, and just somebody that's just gonna be a great guy off the court as well. I think that goes unnoticed, is just being that good teammate off the court. Just having a bond with them, because that bond is also going to lead into playing on the court and playing alongside them and competing with them as well. So just bringing that leadership and just adapting to whatever situation they need me to do. As long as we win, that's all I care about.
Mikel Brown Jr., sensational freshman guard out of Louisville, expected to be a top 10 pick in the upcoming
so
NBA draft.
You heard what he said. He's talking about being a leader. That's the longest short of his conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what we need with the Brooklyn Nets. And he's the piece that we need. We're not even missing the piece because he's on the team. But Joey, what you got on this, bro?
That's a fact, and I think we missed it was a part of the interview that I thought was the best part, and he was talking about how he likes to make people better and how he thinks playmaking is one of his underrated skill sets, and how it brings joy to him to make other people better on the basketball court, and he thinks he can do that. You feel what I'm saying? He wants to get guys shots. He wants to get guys touches because he wants to build that confidence of his teammates up. You know what I mean? And he talked about that. I mean, he answered that perfectly. And I just don't think this kid is just talking just to talk. I think he really means what's coming out of his mouth. Like he is genuine with answering these questions. It's not just him trying to be polished with the media. Like even though he is, but you could tell he genuinely means the stuff that's coming out of his mouth.
Nah, that's a fact. Shout out to Leaf. He sent the super chat. This is his handle. He a moderated member of the page. YouTube.com/@Leaf4788. I mean, y'all could subscribe to Leaf and then come right back. You know what I'm saying? Just go over there, subscribe, and then come right back. You feel me? Shout out to Leaf for joining the panel. I know you've been hearing the interview for the most part. Hopefully you have. What do you think about just in general him I mean, again, this is before the Nets drafted him, but have you seen this interview yet, Leaf?
Yeah. I seen a little bit of it. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, my bad. I'm on my way to Missouri right now. I'm in the car, but I did hear a bit of it. I ain't gonna lie to you, but he answered a lot of questions correctly. I'll be honest with you, bro. Like he's very poised in terms of knowing how to deal with this type of stuff off the court and know how to answer questions, know how to deal with the media. Um, my whole thing is that why the hell is Stephen A interviewing them, bro? Like, because we don't got nobody in our media. I would have rather you. I'd have rather anybody else
It could have
get
been
this
me,
interview, bro.
CJ Holmes. It could have been Brian Lewis. It could have been somebody
Right,
else, man.
right. Because if we go into detail, New York Times, the New York Post, Stephen A. Smith, they all compromised by people upstairs in the Tangerines front office.
Right,
All of them.
right,
So I don't
exactly.
understand, bro. Like Mikel being us picking Mikel over A Cup is still gonna be the thumbnail of this entire draft until Mikel start going off. That's what it's going.
But see,
And that's one of the main reasons. Tell them not to pass no more because they're fixing to get off.
but Leaf, but it's different for the Nets because when you think of Darius Acuff, you think of him by himself. We thinking about Mikel Brown Jr. as a teammate too. I'm looking at Mikel Brown Jr. as a teammate as well. I'm not just looking at him, and because I believe that he wants to be a leader, I think he does want to make his team better. I did see him doing dribble drills with Yegor in practice. I did see him look for Yegor for the catch and shoot. I did see him, play catch and shoot and let Yegor find him for his first NBA made shot. Like he's the real deal Holyfield, man. But yeah, man, that's what it is, man. Shout to Leaf. He on his way to Missouri. Holla back, Leaf. You know what I'm saying? There you go, right there. Yeah, but Leaf, are you there? All right. Uh, yo, John, you there? Yo, John, you there? Leaf, you there? Notorious, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, we rocking, man. We gonna keep it going in the interview. You know what I'm saying?
But just I mean, for the people that checked in late, and some people had reiterated this already in the chat, and I wanted to say it to Leaf. This interview was done before the draft. This interview was done before Mikel was picked as a Brooklyn Net. That's why Stephen A. is talking about the semifinals in the NBA,
Right.
and he's asked, you know what I mean? Like this was before, so
My bad. I didn't even know that.
yeah, he's Stephen A. is just posting it now because he's trying to be performative and trying to save face because he was gave the Nets a bunch of shit about not picking A cuff. You feel what I'm saying? And I think since Mikel's been balling in the summer league, he's now
Mm-hmm.
posting it
Now
like,
he
look,
posted
good.
it. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he trying to save face now. That's what Stephen A. is doing. But this
Listen,
is
Yeah.
this was
listen.
And
before
we
the
see
draft.
what you're doing, Stephen A. We
I
peep
mean,
it.
but like, listen, just to put it out there, I don't like Stephen A. Nor do I trust him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like,
Facts.
and I think that applies to all of us up in here. I think anybody in our circle, whether it's Nets Press, whether it's the Brooklyn Boys, whether it's Nets on Demand, anybody could have got this interview before or after with A Cuff or him, because
Yeah.
the reality is that one of them was going to be on the Brooklyn Nets. That's the
Facts.
reality of the whole situation. We all knew the Clippers was going to pick Wagler, which they did, and
Mm-hmm.
one of these players was going to be on the Nets. We got Mikel.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was like, "Yo," all the high media people thought we should have got Acuff, and they
Mm-hmm.
can't stand it right now, bro. And
But
that's
no,
basically the
but
thumbnail of
but
this
Leaf,
draft.
You know what it is too is that not only do the offense stand out, the defense too. Because when you think about the game, the second game, he had two steals, so he's showing that he plays both sides of the ball. And for what it's worth, you don't get that in A cup. You know what I'm saying? You got Rav Chief Chizak Ben Zadok. He said, "I'm glad you said that because Scuff is wildly fishing, going 6 for 29 for 29, and they praising him. If he did that in BJ, they would. I guess he meant
He probably
MB.
meant BK.
Right, right. Be saying that he can't make it since he and the Kings, he the next AI. Like,
Oh
Right,
yeah.
okay, yeah, like, bro, like that's again. This is another thing, the way he's speaking, when he get a chance to talk to the media, he's talking like he's ready to be the number one guy. Listening to this interview, I'll skip some of it. He talk about accountability. He talk about, being
right.
able to
But
be someone
this
that
the thing
players
though.
to come to him and say, "Yo, step up." Like, so he's talking
Mhm.
about different
Yeah,
things that you would think a
These
veteran
niggas,
would be talking about, and he's saying it now as a rookie. So
Breeze,
that's
I think a lot of these
right, right,
niggas,
right. And you know what? I appreciate a lot of the good things that he been saying, and it's the thing about it is like he ain't just talking and not living it. You can see it out on the court in the way that he play.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And we can see it from the first game, bro. Like I look at the versatility of him, and I look at the versatility of Yegor, and I look at the versatility of Danny Wolf. Anything you need them to do on the court at a specific time, they gonna do. You seen Danny Wolf in the previous game, bro. Like he rebounded a lot with Cheney, and then in the next game he had to score because neither one of them played. Neither Mikel or whatchamacallit played.
Mhm.
So this is what a lot of on the scouts was after.
Yeah,
Now
but
everybody
hold on. Before we get into Danny Wolf and all of that, let's keep it with the interview. We still got John and Scott on
yeah.
the team. John, we ain't hear from you yet, man. What you think about this interview thus far?
All I gotta say
Oh
is,
man.
Mike, get up, Kel, man. The dude is, to what Joey said, he's a savant when it comes to the mic stuff. He's very well trained. Doesn't say too much stuff out of place, but he says a lot of things with bravado, confidence, but with poise. And I think Stephen A. Smith is definitely going to he's eating his own words, given what he said about the Brooklyn Nets. They got to get out of Brooklyn because now you have a top prospect paired with another top prospect in Yegor. So I think Michael handled the questions very well, handled the injury stuff very well. And I think it's good to have somebody that knows how to handle the PR because our past media relations with certain players on his team wasn't that good. So it's a nice change of pace to see a guy actually give you sentences and not little words like, no comment or some other meaningless crap. So it's good for Michael, man. I think he handled it very well against a shark like Smith, who, to what Joey says, he's a drama fiasco guy. This dude is a piranha that smells, drama, and that's all he cares about. So I think Michael is like, you know what? I'm all about the facts. I'm all about the substance. I'm all about delivering for my team. And that's what we've seen so far from Michael early on. So I think he's handled this with maturity and grace so far, for sure.
Yo, and then I just wanted to tell you, man. I had said John Marks by mistake the other day, and Notorious ran with it. But I just wanted to say that if
What?
you don't remember,
Did you?
yeah, I called him. I said
Okay. All right.
I called him John Marks by mistake, and
Oh,
then
wow.
Notorious say, "Yo, that shit funny."
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You right.
Said
You
he
right.
called him John Marks. That's
Hey,
kind of wild. I ain't gonna lie to
I
you.
never
Look,
traded
I
anybody
was
to a
asking John,
fisherman.
like, if you don't want us to troll you like that,
Look,
we won't, bro. Like,
Nah, I was
Hey,
fucking with John.
I
I call her.
listen.
I call. Uh,
Just to add one more thing to the Sean Marks situation, bro. Like, yo, a lot of us gotta understand, bro. Like,
bro, we ain't
this
talking
is
about
what
Sean
we
Marks,
got,
bro.
bro. Like, and
I wasn't talking about Sean Marks. I was just telling John that I had called him John Marks
yeah,
by
we were just
mistake.
messing with
hey,
John.
hey,
Yeah.
John
But we're
Marks,
not we're
bro.
not talking about
hey,
Sean
hey,
Marks. We staying with the
hey,
interview. We ain't even go to Scott yet. But go ahead. Let
hey,
after Scott finish, pass it to
hey,
after John finish, pass it to Scott.
hey, yeah, for the record, I never traded anybody. For the record, I never traded anybody for a fisherman, so I don't have to worry
Okay.
about that. No, but shout out to Mike. But shout out to Michael because he's showing these young guys that the media in New York is not always the easiest to handle. But as long as you know what you want to say, you say with confidence, and you keep the details very fine and minute, you can definitely get through any type of media interview. And for him to go up against Stephen A. Smith, like I said, man, Stephen A. Smith's going to eat his words. This dude is a Nets hater. And Breezy, set the debate. I want some Filet-O Smith on a future podcast of yours, man. Cook that guy.
Hey,
Pass
hey,
the
Hell yeah,
ball
ruler.
down,
man.
man.
So
It's
people,
part of
people
my
still
duty.
coming in the chat saying, "Why was this? This was pre-draft. Why is this interview being posted by Stephen A?
Hold on.
Stephen A posted this interview because he's trying to save face. He got on the Brooklyn Nets for drafting Darius Acuff over Mikel Brown Jr. He's seen Mikel Brown Jr. in the summer league doing work. People been going in on him on Twitter. So now he's posting like, "Hey, look, I interviewed Mikel Brown Jr. He's my guy. Like I rock with him.
Yep, got
We
him.
see it. We see the play,
We
Stephen
see
A.
you. Yeah, yo, hold on.
listen,
Notorious been cooking him more than me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of jealous a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let me cook him. Now, hold
Go
on. But
ahead, cook him, man.
we got Scott on the panel, Big Priest on the panel. Now you fried him to a fricassee, man. Let's see. Scott, yeah, Scott. Well, John, you was finished, John? Yeah, John, you just yeah, Scott, talk to us, Scott.
Yeah, what's good, everybody? What's good?
Yes,
Yeah,
Scott.
I was listening to what everybody was saying. I thought this interview was prior to his draft, and then he turned around Stephen A. and tried to say that we should have got A Cuff instead of him. Now he put this out, so it's kind of like
Exactly.
I saw it and I said, ain't this some slick snake stuff?
Hold on, bro. Just kind of deviating, a little detour to the Thoughts conversation. Shout the money Mike in the chat. He said 8 cup 4 games, 9 for 29, 7 for 19, 6 for 20, 4 for 14. You want that from your point guard? Not your point guard. Not your point. Scott, talk to us about us winning, the Nets doing the right thing. Do you think they did the right thing with the Mikel Brown Jr. pick?
Yeah, because he has much more upside than Acuff right now. To me, he's still growing. He's a mature dude. He plays the point guard as a point guard. Score when necessary and get your teammates going. That's what you want your point guard to do. I mean,
Right.
I don't know what else anybody wants. If your point guard is scoring 30 and 40 points, clearly your rest of your team ain't scoring because
They like
he's
to get
taking all the
touch the ball,
shots.
right?
He's
They like
taking
to
all the
get to touch the
shots.
ball, for real.
Yeah, but I mean, it works for some teams and it don't work for others.
But nah, you
Clearly,
don't want. Yeah, I'm with you. Go ahead, yo, Scott. My fault.
yeah, no, clearly Mikel Brown is like a complete player. So that's what I wouldn't feel bad if we had got Acuff. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, what people were saying about Mikel Brown Jr. is clearly out of pocket.
Yeah, but have you been listening to the interview that we were with
Yeah, I
Scott?
listened to this interview and it was sick to my stomach that he even put it out there.
Well, why you say that? Why you say that, Scott?
Because I knew what he was trying to save face, and that
Talk to him, Scott.
and
Talk.
Stephen A. sat up there and he's from Queens. He should
Mhm.
know better. From now on, anytime you come through Brooklyn, bring your hall pass, because if
Oh
you
man,
don't have it, you're gonna go to detention.
he said go
That's
down to
funny.
the I'm crying. Yo, Scott. Why he gotta go to detention? What he said about Mikel Brown Jr. for put him in detention?
He said he made it sound like he wasn't the clear number 6 pick
Exactly.
when he knew he this boy can ball.
Yep.
It's almost like a hater. You know how haters are. They want you to make the mistake.
Right.
So, that's the
Hold
way
He
it
didn't
came across.
hold on.
he
Let me
didn't
read the
come
super
out
chat.
and say anything bad about Mikel, but he
No.
insinuated that
Yeah.
Mikel wasn't box office. He
Right.
insinuated
Right.
that
We're gonna
Mikel
get to
wasn't
that
better than
content. We're gonna
Mikel.
recap that content. I'm gonna pull that content up and we're gonna recap it. I want to read this super chat before we do that.
And I
Shout to hold on, Scott. Shout to the
all right.
whole family. Scott, throw your link in the chat. Y'all already know what it is. Shout to Notorious for being on the panel. Shout to Raf Chazak bin Zadak. He said the super chat. He says, "Do for, don't forget, Sam Presley wanted Ye. He talking about Yegor. Also, Macau and Yegor is better than Ye and A Cup. Saying teammate wise, Macau and Yegor is a better teammates than Yegor and A Cup. I agree. I'm with you. I'm with you, Chief. I'm gonna just call you Chief. Uh, and Macau is explosive athlete, bigger pause, faster. This back is real. This back court is real. I imagine that's what he's talking about. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that. I feel like the chemistry between the two is on and off the court. I see Diego interrupt the interview that Mikel was having, and you could tell, they look forward to being teammates, and you want that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that, that alpha clash between the two. And we got our lottery picks looking like they cohesive and look like they good to each other. They look like they're gonna be complimentary, like CJ Holmes said. Shout out to CJ Holmes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, join the panel. I got a fan of the people episode with him too. He's a dope person, man. He's dope at what he do at Daily News, but he's really a great person. So, shout out to him. But yeah, anybody want to say anything to the super chat before we get back to the interview? Y'all good on the super chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Copy that.
Draft. I got to ask you this. When you talk about leadership, particularly as a guard, as somebody that has the ball in his hands, that's running the team, running the show, having that kind of capability. In today's day and age, considering how people talk about, how the game has changed, you may know, you're so young, you might not know about that. But what do you believe defines a great leader in today's sports world, particularly doing what you do?
Yeah, man, like I just said before, like just bringing a team together. I think is the definition of a lead guard. The great guards in the past, got their team together, rallied their team together, just was the head of the snake. And being the head of the snake, you got to take burden. You also got to learn how to take accountability as well. Like when somebody gets on you as well, hey, you BS and like pick it up, Like I love that. I mean, I love taking accountability. I think it goes a long way, and it also just proves that they, trust you as well. If they're holding you accountable, that means they know what you're capable of. Just like how I'm going to do with my teammates the same way. It's different. You talk to different type of people, so certain type of ways. You got to filter it. But at the end of the day, just rallying your team and, bringing them together because we all have one common goal. So
What kind of questions do NBA teams ask of a pro?
Yo, Breeze, I can't hear you, bro.
My fault. I was on mute. My fault. I said we also got Big Priest and Aura Mel's on the panel. We didn't hear from them yet. Yeah, I heard what Mikel Brown said. Mikel Brown Jr. It was said after he was asked about, you know what I'm saying, Stephen A. His question. What do you think about how he answered that, Big Priest? And overall, how you think Mikel Brown Jr. handling this interview?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. So I think he uses a word that don't get used enough, especially with our franchise accountability. Um, I like hearing that from a young guy. Um, he gonna have to. We're gonna have to have that. I could see the accountability with Yegor with how he attacked this offseason. So a lot of these questions were pre-draft questions, which is nasty. With some of the guys were saying that you waited till after he showed a little something in the summer league to put out an interview that you did. I think a week before he was drafted. I think that's a whole setup that Stephen A. got going on is nasty. But the accountability, him being willing to accept that burden, him talking about being a good teammate, all those things is the kind of stuff you want to hear from your lead guard or one of your lead guards. You know what I mean? So I like what he's.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. I appreciate you, Big Priest. Same question for you, Aura Mel's, man. How you think Mikel Brown Jr. doing in this interview? How you think he handled that question?
Was good. Breeze, Brooklyn. Nah, I agree with Scott. Shout out to Scott. Scott, salute, bro. Yo, whatever Scott
Yeah,
said, that's
what's
what
up?
I think. Because Stephen A. Smith is no disrespect. I don't mean to be cursing on the channel, but he's a meat rider. You did this interview. I'm glad he did the interview. Shed light on the right player, right?
But
Yeah,
remember, no, this is before he got drafted to the Nets. So for context, this
yeah,
before.
yeah, I seen it. 'Cause I seen this earlier, and I'm like, why is he dropping this now? Like, why are you now dropping this now?
I
Like,
thought it was after the fact until I was listening to it. I was like, oh, okay,
yeah,
he
like,
been
cause I
like
see,
this.
cause when it's dropped, it said when I first seen it, it said it was released like 4 hours ago. So I'm like, damn, he's just now dropping this. I
But
know he might
Yeah,
have
that's
Because he
some.
right.
trying to save face,
He trying
bro.
to save face.
right,
Yeah.
Exactly,
right,
exactly.
we're gonna get to that content too. Go ahead, Aura Mel's.
But other than that, like as far as the way he's speaking, because you got two type of players in this league, right? You got people that make shit happen, some people watch it happen, some people that don't know what's going on. I feel like he knows everything was going on. He could make things happen, right? When you look at Anthony Davis, when you hear, I mean Anthony Edwards, when you hear Anthony Edwards speak, he speak from a point of view kind of like this, but a little bit more arrogant, not really. I shouldn't really say arrogant, but he speaks in a way where it's like I'm ready to be a dog against anybody. When I see Mikel Brown, I look at him like more so like someone that's like, trying to learn but still trying to be poised. He's really the face. I think he can be the face of the NBA too. You know what I'm saying? I know that could be like I know that could be kind of like far fetched to say that right now, but I could see it with him, like his maturity. I know he's going to be a good leader. He already got that mindset right now. When I see Yegor speak in certain interviews, I feel like his mentality is still trying to grow to that, but it's there though. It's still there. But as far as overall, I look at Mikel Brown, somewhat like a CJ McCollum, but still somewhat like a Brandon Roy in a way. Because Brandon
Hold,
Roy,
hold, hold on. Oramels, I just want to read the super chat real quick. We gonna definitely finna go right back to Oramels. We got Black Manosphere and Easy E on the panel. Bruh, it's fucking lit. Pardon my language. The ruler FN, he a moderator. He said at John Marks, admit your boy did good. GM work by getting us that back court. That's a fact. Yeah, we want to hear it from John, man. Y'all heard it from us, but we want to hear it from you, John Marks, man. Shout out to
Hey,
you.
real quick, if y'all didn't know, we calling
He
John
said, "Damn,
Marks.
he
He's
not
like
on the
Sean Marks'
panel."
evil twin.
He said, "Damn, he not on the panel. I'm crying."
He's
Nah,
Sean
shout
Marks'
out to
evil
you.
twin, so
That's
we calling him John
Ruler's
Marks.
funny.
yeah, now the ruler funny because he sent the super chat to get John to give him credit, and then he realized after he ain't on the panel, and his next comment was, "Damn, he not on the panel." Crying emoji. Shout out
Dan, he
to
not on the
the
panel.
ruler FN, man. Oh man, y'all funny as hell, man.
Let me know when
Um,
it's my go, bro. I got a lot to.
Cook, easy cook.
yeah.
I
Hold on,
got
hold
better
on. All
with
right,
y'all.
Oramels, when you finish, pass it to Black Manosphere, then we're gonna get to easy. Go ahead.
yeah, I ain't got much to say, but I'm gonna just say this real quick. Like at the end of the day, like I respect what Mikel Brown, is doing right now. As far as like Stephen A. Smith, like he always do this. Like he started saying, like, yeah, I know that brother could ball. I used to watch him ball, but you wasn't speaking about him.
Fact.
The way you speak
Fact.
about him stuff.
The nigga a
For
grifter,
me,
bro. He's a grifter.
Yeah,
he's
he's a
yes,
grifter.
yes. But I'm gonna let Black take over from there though.
Yo,
Yeah,
Dr.
man.
Oramel for
Peace,
joining
man.
the panel, man. Black Manosphere, what's up, man?
Man, peace, man. Yo, man, I'm in love with this kid, Mikel, man. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I can't imagine any Nets fan not being happy with this kid, man. I mean,
Word.
I'm just in love with him, man. I mean, if you know what I'm saying, if I love him, man, if loving him is wrong, I don't want to be right, man. I think he's the future. I think, you know what I'm saying? I think the rim running
So
with
hold
him
up.
and Dayron is gonna
Yeah.
be crazy. I think the minutes that Dayron is going to get is really going to improve. I like the makeup of the whole team. I actually looking at everything. Um,
Facts.
Mikel Porter he got 24, like he got 24 points per game on like 15, 16 shots.
Mm,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
word.
Randolph was getting 20, 21 off of like 18 shots. And it's like they're gonna get 32 to 35 minutes. That's gonna be that leadership that they're definitely gonna get their shots. But I think the ball can flow through everybody. I think McCall is perfect. He's gonna
Right.
keep everything flowing. Edgar, Igor, excuse me. Um, I just think everything looks really good, man. I'm really hype about this year, and that's all I want to say, man. I'm really hype, man. I'm
Yeah.
really proud of what Mark did with this pick, and I think we all gonna be really happy, man. I mean, you can't go wrong. This kid is like everything he says is like right. You know what I'm saying? Everything Mikhail says is right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm really, really hype and happy about it, and I'm gonna pass the mic.
Yo, appreciate that, Black Manosphere. We got Easy E up next. Easy. Talk to us, man. What's the word, Easy?
Yo,
Cook,
my mic
cook.
good. I'm straight. My mic straight.
Yeah, if we can hear you, yeah.
All right, bet. All right, real quick. First off, yo, I don't know if y'all really hate Stephen A. or y'all kind of delusional, my nigga, because ain't no way y'all doing this right now. Breeze, I'm gonna ask you a
Yeah.
question. Let's just say
Yeah.
hypothetically, next season, just hypothetically, you got an interview with AJ DeBonsa. You did an interview with AJ DeBonsa, but you kept it in the tuck. This nigga dropped like 50 points. You not gonna drop that interview right there?
Bro,
Meaning you
I
have
understand why he did it, Easy, but that's not what I'm trying to say. But I'm Easy. Let me say this to you, Easy. This dude, Stephen A, is one of the biggest media personalities in New York media, right? Specifically New York media, and then you got a young upstart in the Mikel Brown Jr. See Stephen A. not embracing him coming to the Nets, saying that the Nets missed not getting Darius Acuff Jr. And he interviewed you, mind you. So imagine. I just think
Right.
you in a super duper competitive player in the Mikel Brown Jr. looking to prove a Stephen A. and all of these media pundits wrong about him. You know what I'm saying? All of the negative stuff that they saying. Like he said, he blocked the outside noise. So I think again, he telling Stephen A. like, yeah, you can say whatever you're gonna say. That's not gonna knock me off my square. Again, man, but easy. You you think he's fair with Mikel Brown Jr.? Like, did you see what he said? Do you know the content we talking about? Did you see
I
the
don't know.
clip?
I didn't see the whole content. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is though. So what you said right there. It's not like we didn't even have other people in our fan base that didn't say the same thing. So credit to the young man for keeping his head on his shoulders and be like, "Fuck all y'all niggas. I'm gonna stick to the plan and stick to my business." It's credit to him. Stephen A. didn't really say something different that I didn't hear other people say. But if that's the reason, I ain't mad at it. But real quick, because I didn't want to stay on that. I don't even want to stay on that because I'm not even crazy on that. What I'm really on about, where this nigga John at, bro? Where is this
He
man
was here.
John? Where is John, bro? No, John,
He
we
was
not gonna get off
here.
this, my nigga. Hold on. We not gonna get off this, my nigga. And this is gonna have to come to a resolution somehow, some way, bro. Bro, hold on. For the chat that don't know, bro. Somebody got to go on mute. Somebody playing some action shit right now. Oh shit. Oh shit.
What the hell?
Oh shit.
Yo, if you're not talking, mute up.
Yo, Breeze, mute that real quick, cause that might be copyrighted music right there, boy. Hold on.
Oh
But
no, I was on
I
mute.
got a
I
question
wasn't
though
mute.
after you finish, Ease.
Yo,
real
go
quick,
ahead.
yo.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna pass you the right real quick. We all chat. If y'all don't know, and I don't want to put too much information out there, we be in a group chat, my nigga. Yo, when I tell you this nigga, any type of news that come out about any player, bro, this nigga is trying to offer up MPJ and the farm for everybody, bro. John, the man did good this year. When are you going to give credit? John Marks, we need you up here and we need you to either defend this position or give it up, bro. Stop hating on the man, bro. You a different type of hater, bro. This is a crazy type of level hate, bro. This might be past leaf, bro.
We would
This
talk
might
about
be
this shit
past
in the
leaf.
spaces today, bro.
Bro, no, but we gotta talk about this shit here. No, bro,
Yeah, I
you
know.
gotta give it up. We family here, right? So we gotta come to a resolution on this bitch right here. No fucking way, dog. This is a different type of hate, bro. You can't even give credit when good things happen. Yo, bro, I still have not seen John said, "Yo, good job drafting Mikhail."
Right.
Yeah.
No, bro,
But
bro. Where you at, bro?
because
Go
Mikel
ahead,
was
John.
never John's pick though. He was going hard for Acuff. So
Mhm. He was.
I want to ask you a question though, Breeze. You there?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm just listening.
No, I'm saying I mean Easy. My bad, Easy. You there?
Okay.
What's up, John?
If you let's just say, right, I see what you're saying with Stephen A. But this I want you to look at it from if you was Mikel Brown Jr., right?
Yeah.
You Mikel Brown Jr., right? You know this man interviewed you before the draft, right? Then you get picked by the Brooklyn Nets, and you watching this man berate the organization that picked you because they didn't pick another player instead of you. How would you feel about that? And then you go ahead later on and drop the interview like you was fucking with the dude all the time. How would you feel about that?
I would take that. What he's saying that I see, I'm gonna take that as disrespect on my stat. You know what I'm saying, on my sheet. Like, yo, you trying to disrespect my game because I'm better than all these niggas. But at the same time, too, when I see the content drop when I'm doing my thing, I'm like, oh, it's content. But at the same time, too, Joey, like if we all know this nigga, we just saw this nigga fucking twerking his ass off for the Knicks. So it's like, yo, we already know what you are, my nigga. So it's like
Right. But
you don't have our best You probably root for New York, but we know you're not gonna have
Clearly,
No,
Brooklyn
no, yeah,
Nets.
he does.
he
But my thing, he insinuated he he didn't say it, but he insinuated that Mikel Brown Jr. was not box office, and
right.
Darius Acuff was, and the Brooklyn Nets were stupid for picking MPJ over Acuff.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was Sean Marks, I would be
But
calling him.
Joey,
Hold
Yo,
on,
he,
what
hold
the?
on.
but
Hold
Joey,
on. Jelly Smith said Stephen A said what he said with conviction. He owes MBJ a formal apology. That's a
He ain't gonna
that's a whole
apologize
fact.
though.
That's a
Because
whole
if I was GM, I would call him myself.
All,
He
all,
MBJ didn't have
all
to.
I'm
I would
saying
call
is,
him.
all I'm saying is easy. He got the right to his opinion, right?
Yeah, yeah, he
But
got the
stand
right.
on that. Don't come back grifting and acting like, oh, I always knew the brother could play. Like
Yeah,
Ormel said it.
he
You
clearly
da
gonna
da da
say
da da
that.
da
hold on,
da.
hold on, hold on,
Joey,
hold on.
he's gonna say that.
Hold on, real quick, Joey. Hold on, real quick, Scott. Joey, before the draft even started, and then we was watching these kids play the tournament. One of the things that ESPN, because you know it's ESPN, it's the machine pushing the narrative. Sometimes they're
Yeah,
gonna tell
yeah,
you certain
yeah,
things to push. Even Stephen A. might have the cachet to say whatever he want now, but they still might tell you some things to push. So one of the
yeah,
things that was going on, Darius Acuff in college was box office. He was big
He
as the
was.
other four names that we used to talk
Mhm.
about, AJ and Cam and all them. He was putting himself in that position. If I'm not mistaken, right? I think we talked about this before, okay? Mikhail, before this school season started, he was rated like close to like AJ or one of the best point guards or whatever. He was like in the top five or something. So
yep.
if anything,
He was
it,
rated. He was
But
rated
easy, you proving
guaranteed.
my point though. That's why it's a casual pick. Because if you watch both of them and you follow both of them, you knew that the talent gap was not far in between. But this nigga Stephen A act like we took Bowie over Jordan.
wait, hold on. Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Yes,
Hold on.
he
Talk to him.
did.
No, but
Talk
Joey,
He
hear
to
me
him.
out.
Remember when we
easy.
took?
Hold on, real quick. This man said the Brooklyn Nets should move because
Yeah,
they did not pick Darius Acuff.
that's
Yeah,
right. He did say that.
yeah,
All right, if he said that, we gotta get on his ass real quick. Pause.
Yeah, that's
Hold
why
on.
he
yeah,
can't
We gotta
come to
start over this.
Brooklyn.
yeah.
He
We might have to
can't
start over
come to
this.
Brooklyn. He better swim to fucking Manhattan or
No,
whatever the
Scott.
fuck he
No,
need to do.
no. Wait,
My
Scott.
whole thing
He could
about
pull
it
up,
was
but we have
that
to start Scott on this.
I thought that Akers was the pick, but given with the moves that we so understand what Sean Marshall doing. He never talked a lot. And if you remember, and you trying to get on to me about this, Joe.
Move into
Yo,
the
I
mic when you're
was I
talking, Chris.
was I was
Your mic low, big
Your
priest.
Your
mic
mic is
low,
low.
priest.
Your mic
Your
low.
mic is
my
low.
mic low. Y'all can hear me.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
good
you
now.
barely,
good, but
barely.
it's like it's struggling to come out. I mean,
Closer a little bit.
I don't know what that's.
Yo,
Yo, yo,
remember
yo,
remember when the Nets took Derek? Hello.
Yeah,
yeah,
go
go ahead.
ahead.
Yeah,
yo.
Remember when the
Is
Nets
that
took
better?
Derek Favors?
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we remember.
That was a minute ago, but okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
when the Nets took Derek Favors over Cousins? Is this kind of like the same thing, or
Hell
No.
no,
No, no, no, no.
But that's what I'm
no.
saying. They tried to
That's
make it seem
yeah,
like that.
right.
My thing
Never
is,
gonna be
right?
as sorry. Not gonna be that sorry. He's never gonna be close to that sorry, nigga. No, no,
That's what I'm saying
no.
though. But just because we didn't pick Darius Acuff don't mean you gotta shit on McCall.
Right. And again, the fact that he said he didn't see it, I kind of want to show it to you the context.
Real quick,
Look,
why you pulling that?
yeah,
Real quick, Breeze, as you pulling that up, Joey, and to everybody on the panel, let's just say you are as busy as Stephen A. Like we could go on TV on any given moment and see this nigga live on TV, right? So off rip, his schedule is gonna be way busier than ours. Respectfully, like it is what it is. Like you trap this sometimes you going from state to state and we still see you on TV, bro.
Right?
So more times than not, somebody is providing the information for you instead of you having all the knowledge in your mind between the ears
Ease.
at every given moment. So you might have to roll
I'm gonna tell
with
you
what you're
why I'm
being
not
given.
giving you that, right? Because here's the thing. I have a job. I'm raising a family and I keep up with basketball. Stephen A gets paid millions of dollars. This is the only thing he does is this is his job. All right? To know basketball, sports in particularly basketball. So I'm not giving you that. Like if you gonna be on TV saying that some of the shit you saying, at least know what the fuck you talking about. Like you act like I said, you act like we picked Sam Bowie over Jordan when if you really, really was in the weeds and you really, really was following the two, you knew that they were on the same spectrum as far as talent.
Especially Joey when he said Brooklyn should move, the
Right.
Nets
You
should
wouldn't
move
be
out of
saying the type
Brooklyn.
of shit you saying. You
You
would have been
know,
like, okay,
that's
my pick,
clearly out of
my
pocket.
pick was a cuff. My pick was a cuff, but you know what? The brother Mikel Brown Jr. can ball. So I'm, it is what it is. I'm not
look
gonna
here.
say, well, damn, the Nets should move because they ain't pick a cuff.
Look. Here you go right here. Here you go right here.
I do agree with you having said what I just said. And I'm going to tell you why. The New York Knicks, he's got some size in him. He's an elite passer. He's
and shot making of Darius Acuff Jr. sets him apart from others.
Okay, a couple of things that need to be said. Let's not talk about Mikel Brown Jr. like the brother can't ball. Okay, I mean, we talk about he can hoop. And not only that, Coach, everybody's been talking about his upside. He hasn't even begun to shine compared to what he is. Doggy, he's tall enough. He's got some size on him. He's an elite passer.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Ambidextrous. And he's
That's
a
that
better
library
shooter than the
Wi-Fi?
numbers would indicate. A lot of people are saying. So you got to take that into consideration. Here's what I would tell you. I do agree with you having said what I just said. And I'm going to tell you why. The New York Knicks, can't believe I'm saying this.
You still have to throw them in there.
NBA champions. I never thought I'd have a chance to say that in my lifetime. Let's pause for that for a second.
Had to pull that shit.
New York Knicks are the reigning defending NBA champions. It is a
They
beautiful,
got nothing
beautiful
to
day.
do with the conversation.
Yeah, fuck them niggas.
Brooklyn. You know this, and you're the fair weather stepchild to begin with.
No, he not.
Acuff is box office. See that like
he want us to be a whole ass organization. Hold on, this is what I'll be saying. He want us to be a whole ass team. We just we got nothing to them, man. He speak with such a vernacular
arrogance.
That angers me because again, you doing this, you the one causing it. So again, like I said, we ain't got no big media presence. We gonna continue to kick up dust. We ain't letting this shit slide. He the one who started this shit. Now that being said, again, we the one who's kicked up enough dust to get to the playoffs. Before that, this city ain't see the playoffs in 10 years or something crazy like that. 8-9 years or something crazy.
This fool said he was going to stop being a Knicks fan. He was going to stop being a Knicks fan a couple years ago. They win a chip. They ain't been shit in 53 years, and now they finally win a chip, and now he putting his nose up in the air, and he want to attack us and punch down on us.
Yo, breathe. If you want to go, if you want to go to my TikTok page, I got that video of him saying that he shouldn't be a Knicks fan no more. It's like one of my top videos of him yelling. It was the night that we whooped their ass and came back from that lead. He's like, "Yeah, nobody should go. Nobody should go. The New York Knicks are a national disgrace." I got the whole video. I got the whole video on my.
But that's what I'm saying. He a grifter.
Yeah, he's a grifter.
So now all of a sudden we the redheaded stepchild because we didn't pick a cuff and because the Knicks finally won a championship in 53 years. You want to put your nose up in the air and punch down on us.
That's crazy work.
Hold on. Real quick. In the beginning, that clip you just showed me. In the beginning, he said everything good about Mikel. He laid that. If we're gonna talk about an argument or debate, he laid that groundwork down. He said the kid is good, but when he said Darius Acuff, the word he used was box office. Now look, hold on, real quick. Before he used that word, he explained the position that the Nets are into the Knicks. Now hold on. Y'all niggas used to tell me this shit all last season, and I used to fight this position, but now I have somebody from ESPN supporting it now. Yo, the Nets are in the New York City, and you got another team doing good. You can't do bad, right? Y'all niggas told me that. Not me saying that. Now I just
But
heard this quote.
Breezy, he's
But
saying
That's
he's
easy.
giving Mikel props, but he's still dissing him at the same time,
Right.
insinuating that he's not box office like Darius Acuff. You
Right.
can't sit there and say,
But
yeah,
if
he's
you,
good,
Right. But no, but hold on.
but
Look,
Darius
hold on,
Acuff is
hold
right,
on.
right.
box office.
Hold
Look,
on.
hold
But to
on.
go off of
Right.
what if you using his logic, he was correct going into the draft based off of what we saw from
He was not
MPJ
correct.
and based off what we saw from
No.
MPJ at Louisville and what we saw from Acuff at Arkansas. That's what the consensus was, that
Bro,
he
no,
was
it
the
wasn't.
more
It was
box.
many people that said that MPJ was the most talented player outside of the top four. It's only
Yeah,
national media grifting niggas like Stephen A. Smith who don't do the fucking homework saying shit like that. Who's just watching
but
the
you
fucking
can't. But
NCAA tournament,
it wasn't just that. It was
bro.
the fact that hold on, because I know this was my position, that
Okay.
because of the injury concern, that I was more. That was why more pushed me towards A Cup when we was talking about who we should take, and given the fact that A Cup does something that ain't been done since Pistol Pete Maravich. It's a lot of stuff that made people lean that way. So I don't
Yeah.
disagree with what he
No.
was saying.
Right, but hold on,
That
hold
doesn't
on.
mean
Listen.
that A Cup
Not.
was going to be the pick for us and that he would fit us,
No.
given the
But Big
moves
All
he
I'm
Priest.
made.
saying is
Big
everybody
Priest.
didn't feel that way. And it
Listen.
was many,
Listen.
many scouts and many, many national people who aren't as talented as Stephen A. that actually get in the streets and do the work that said
Listen.
Mikel Brown Jr. was the most
Listen.
talented player outside of the top four. That
Listen.
he
Y'all
was
not
probably
let.
going to go
Hold
5 or
on. But
6.
listen to how he's saying it. It's a backhanded comment. He only asking us to get A cup so we can sell tickets because we little brother, step brother, all of this
But our
other bullshit.
stadiums, but our
But hold on,
stadium
Pete,
is
hold on. Let me
full.
say this. Let me say this. But this is what I'm saying. The narrative is always coming from a Knick fan. It's going to jade the other side. It's always going to be that way coming from Stephen A. Because the Knicks just won a championship, and even though I'm waiting for Jay to send me that clip so I can play it with him saying that the Knicks is a disgrace, bruh, he's always going to have something negative to say. The big media do not represent the Brooklyn. Like, they don't have a position like Stephen A. got a position. They're not sitting at a high seat like that on the podcast, on the air, on
On
the
a
time,
national
on a regular
network.
basis. Right. We don't have that. That's why it's important
We don't have that.
to
Everybody on that panel is Nick fans except
but you
Mad
don't.
Dog.
The thing is, a cuff had the momentum going into.
Nah, that coach ain't no Nick fan.
No, everybody on there, they said they were Nick fans. If you play the video,
Well,
you'll
I
see
know
that. I think.
Russo is, but my thing is, I get what you're
No,
Russo
saying.
ain't
Russo
no
said
Russo
he was
don't
a Laker fan. He said he
yeah
was a Laker fan. He
Russo
said
don't
he was
root
a
for no New
Laker.
York team.
No, he a Laker fan. But
Okay, okay.
everybody else on that show
We
was
we
the Nick.
already know about the Nick propaganda machine.
Yeah, we know. I
My thing
know.
is, I can understand why a lot of people wanted a cup because a cup had the momentum coming out of the NCAA tournament.
But he
He
wasn't
had the
like that in
momentum
college, in
going
high
into
school.
the tournament. My thing is, and Mikel was hurt. My thing is, if you actually followed them like through high school and through
Mikel was
college,
always the better guy.
you even though Mikel was off the map, the people that really like
Oh,
follow college
Jesus
basketball
Christ.
like knew the talent, like knew what he was, even though he wasn't being as talked about because he was out of the picture.
That's
But
what that's
I
that's
feel
what I
like
was
all of
see, and that's what I was talking about. When a player, especially a young guy with a back, a lot of people are scared of that, and I'm for one of them. You know what I'm saying? So when you got a young guy with a back, that's what turned a lot of people off. That's why I don't think he would have made it past the Clippers had he not had that back injury. If you want to be honest, because that's who a lot of Mikel
Bro, they
Brown
said
Jr.
he
would
was
not have
probably
been
going to
there.
go top five if
Yeah,
he didn't
Mikel
have
Brown
that
Jr.
back injury.
probably would have been. It's a possibility he could have went to Memphis because you saw they traded Ja. So it's a possibility that he would have been in that anywhere from 3 to 5, right?
Correct.
So um, But
Go.
when you got with the back injury turned a lot of people off. And given what Acuff did, not just in the tournament, just what he did all year, with him doing something like I said, with him
Bro,
doing
how can
something
you
that
say the
pissed
back injury turned people off when he still went 6?
no if you would have from 3 to 5, that means some
Bro,
people
if
got
you
turned off
really
by the
got a
back
back
injury.
injury, you gonna fall all the way to the late first round, my nigga.
Yeah, like
Nobody's
Mikel
picking you
Brown,
at
like
6.
Michael
MPJ
Porter
did.
Jr. Michael Porter Jr. dropped to the late first round,
Right.
MPJ dropped to like 10.
lottery,
No, he didn't.
late lottery.
Yeah, but my thing is,
But
Priest, you
hold
not
on,
going 6. If you really had a back issue and that was the problem, no fucking way in hell Mikel Brown Jr. was slipping to the end of the lottery in this
hold on,
draft.
y'all, hold on. Let me read this comment real quick. Alton Rowe, he said, Mikel did not play in the NCAA tournament, and Acuff was scoring 30 a game. That exposure made him more Harold
Right.
Quinn.
It came
Glad Mark
later.
drafted for basketball fit, not box office.
Right.
Bro, this is a great comment, bro. I
Can I?
totally agree with this. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, go
That's
ahead.
I
right.
agree. I agree with it as well. Like just because Mikel Brown is not box office, don't mean that they're saying he's not a good player. They just talking about box office is just that showtime, that star effect that's right now. And a lot of people felt that's what Brooklyn needed at the moment.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Bro,
but
how
like
could you
y'all
watch
keep oh,
Mikel Brown
wait,
Jr. and say he don't have that box office effect?
because
You
like
couldn't really
somebody could
watch
be
How?
a
him because he missed
yo
half the
bro
season.
Y'all
bro
niggas watch this
somebody.
nigga play
But
basketball?
look, you're not listening. You trying to make it what you want it to be. Like a
Oh my
person could be a better
god.
actor than The Rock, but The Rock is a box office superstar. But somebody could be a better actor and a like Mikel Brown could be a better player than Akev, but Son got that. They saying that Son got that star power right now. That's
Yeah.
what they
No.
That's
like.
all.
No.
Hold on. Breeze, let me ask this question. Breeze, let me ask this question. This is
Go
for
ahead, go
Joey.
ahead.
Let me just ask Joey. So when you hear the word a player is not box office, are you taking it as like a negative slight towards that player?
No, I'm not taking it as a negative slight.
Because
Listen,
Canepa wasn't box
I'm not
office.
taking it as a negative slight. I'm just saying you're out of your fucking mind if you watch Mikel Brown Jr. play basketball and say he's not box office. Saying
Right,
or that's like saying he can't be a star.
right,
I
right.
don't
But
agree
Come
with
on
that.
now.
I don't
Not
agree
right.
with
Because
that
you
That's saying
Hold on,
he's
let me
because
say
not
come
this.
on,
one right
I can
now.
give you
hold
I'm
on,
gonna
hold
give
on,
you
hold
some
on.
Let me
Can I
grace.
say
can
this.
I
Hold
ask
on,
you
let
a
me say
question,
this.
No,
No,
Joey?
it's
I'm
saying
gonna give
he's
you
not
some
one right
grace.
now. Like he's
I'm
Hold
gonna
on,
not
give
the
you some
person
grace if
that's
you
in the
hold
didn't
on,
watch
hold
him
on,
in
hold on.
college. But did you not watch the summer league games?
Hold on. Right. But what I'm saying
Jesus
is,
Christ.
hold
But
on, y'all.
the
We're
draft was
not
before the
talking
summer
about right
league.
now. We're talking about
Right,
before the draft.
right.
The
But no,
draft was
no.
before the
Again,
summer
look.
league.
Right
Yes,
now, hold
but the
on.
people that watched
Let
him
me
in
say this.
college knew. I'm
Hold
giving you
on.
some grace because you said you didn't watch him in college.
Right, but hold on. Let me just say this, bro. Again, let me just give context to all of the different people talking right now. For one, the thing with Mikel Brown Jr. is Stephen A. He's interviewing him, and this is before the draft. We talking
Yes.
about that. That's one thing, and we also talking about the fact that again, he looking through a Nick fan lens said that we should got Darius A. Cup Jr. I just pulled up the content and he said it because like y'all don't have to worry about winning. Y'all should be focused on selling seats. That's why you should get a Darius A. Cup Jr. He didn't say it in the context like y'all got the right player in a Mikel Brown Jr. because he fit what y'all got going on. You feel what I'm saying? He's
But
saying it in a way where he's not
but
trying to compliment or
where
speak
we
in
get it
the
He's
right.
not
construed
trying to
at
better the
He's not
we
team.
get
trying
it
to
Let him
construed
speak
that
finish.
we
in the
Let him
trying to say
finish.
confidence
just
in a
because
high light.
Mikel
Hold on,
fits
he's
the
not trying to speak
Bro,
about
let
the
him
Nets
finish.
in
He's
a
not
high.
even
Yeah,
finished his statement.
Right,
yeah.
right. He not trying to speak about the Nets in a highlight. So that's another thing. He is jaded. Just remember, he's saying it in a way where he doesn't give a flying cow about us picking the right player. He's just talking about the business side and filling seats. So yeah, that's it. That's all I want to say.
I just want to
Yeah.
Yeah,
say
that's what I think. That's what a lot of people because it's as much as we're happy with MPJ in that selection. It was a lot of fans that wanted a cup for that reason. It wasn't just two or three of us.
Yeah. But
It was a
my thing is that Mikel Brown Jr. can change the narrative. He can play the game the way he know how to play it, win games because winning changes attitude, right? I mean, we feel that winning will change attitudes, and he'll go on. Acuff is all the way on the other side of the coast.
stinking it up. But this is what I wanted to say. Just because this is where people trying to get it misconstrued. Just because Mikel Brown Jr. is a better fit, still does not mean he's not box office. Because
Right.
Right,
he's all of that and then some.
right.
He's a
Look,
better
look,
fit
look.
and he's box office.
Right,
That's
you can
my
look at
point.
the chat. Somebody in the chat said if you seen that game we scored 45 and tell me he not box office. Look, Anthony Eason said watch the game he dropped 45 points on NC State and tell me he's not box office. You see what I'm saying? Then player one followed up. He said this whole box office label is just preference, nothing more, nothing less. I think
yes.
they're just reading into it too much. "Quote unquote," Tim Duncan wasn't a box office player, but he was
No, he
great.
wasn't.
You
He
know what I'm
was
Yo, but
one of
saying?
the greatest
that's
players
my
ever.
point right there. Just because a person says you're not box office and you're not box office doesn't mean you're not a good player.
Right.
Word.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like a
It don't
star.
mean you're not a great player. I wasn't going to
You're
use Tim
right.
Duncan, but I was going to say, what about Klay Thompson, who was a star? He wasn't box office. He didn't do anything flashy. But that doesn't make you less of a player. People
Right.
talking
Right.
about style of play when they say box office. What the things that a player does, like when they was comparing Acuff to AI.
Now, but coming
So of
from
course
coming from,
that's going to be different. Jalen Brunson isn't box office, but he's a
but
great player.
but coming from Stephen A, the first
Right.
thing come out of his mouth was, "I can't believe the Knicks are championship." They are talking about Brooklyn.
But
That was
nobody
not the
could
That's the
believe
first
it.
thing.
first thing. That's the first thing that came out of his mouth.
The first thing
Second,
that came.
and at the end, the last thing he said, the last thing out of his mouth, Brooklyn need to move.
That's crazy.
So that what's his narrative?
Wait. That's kind of crazy right there. But that's Stephen A. That's the personality that you get online. But the first thing
That's
that
what
I
Stephen
heard
A.
he
do
said.
on television. I don't
But the
take him
first
serious
thing.
with a
Yo,
lot
but
of the
that's
shit
Oh,
he
you don't
hold
say.
up,
take him
hold up, hold up.
serious?
Look, my point
Hold
is
on, hold on.
that's
But
my
the
point
first
with this
thing.
whole discussion that
Hold on,
he
real quick, Jay.
wants y'all to talk about this shit. He says salacious things to get a rise out of people, and that's why he has
Yeah,
so many
that's true.
impressions on the internet. The
That's
fact that
true.
y'all want to sit here and go back and forth about it, that's what he wants y'all to do. That's the point of him saying it.
Yeah, that's you're right about that,
But
Jay.
Jay,
Yeah,
the
but
first thing that I
but
heard
hold
him
on, but
say
me
was,
playing this was more not for Stephen A, but more for Mikel and how he handled it, and showing that how he's ready for New York media. And I said, New York media could be vicious, but if you got a rookie able to handle New York media this early in his career, I mean, this is why I wanted to watch the interview. He's articulate himself like a grown man. Like he sound like a whole professional, bro. Word. So I just wanted to get more into the interview. I mean, but I did. Easy wanted to say something. What you was gonna say, Easy?
first thing, 'cause I haven't watched all the clips in the first thing that I heard him say was praising Mikael Brown and saying he's a damn good player. Now, Breeze, I'm not gonna lie, hearing your perspective from it, how he presented his argument to us, he kind of taking a shot at Darius A Cup because he basically saying all you're gonna do is sell tickets, but you're not gonna do much more than sell tickets. So if anything, he kind of taking a shot at Darius A Cup. He not. I mean,
Nah, he
that's what I'm
talking
That's
getting
out
some
from it.
both
wild
sides of
3D
his
chess.
mouth.
That's
That's
some
what he's
wild
doing.
3D chess shit you just did,
He's
bro.
talking out both sides of his mouth.
Yeah,
That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
he talking out of both
he's
Hold on,
basically
Joey.
sides.
saying you're
Joey.
not going to win games with
That's
A Cup,
exactly what I
but you're
said.
going to
He's
sell
saying he's
tickets.
good. He's saying he's good, but he's not as good as the nigga they needed to pick in so many words.
Yeah, he talking both
He's
sides.
saying both. Like I see what Easy's saying
So real
too.
quick. Can I ask Joe a question real quick before we get back to the? So if he thinks that A Cup is a better player, is that really? Is he not allowed to feel that way?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he can feel any way he want. Yeah.
Absolutely not. He can feel any way he want. My thing is, you don't sit here and give a guy a compliment and then you go right back and give a guy a backhanded compliment by fucking berating the organization that picked another guy over the guy you wanted. If I'm like I said, if I'm Mikel Brown Jr., right? Just think of you as Mikel Brown Jr., Priest, and you sitting there watching watching Stephen A. Smith go on the Nets for picking you over A-Cuff and saying you not box office. How would that make you feel?
And then afterwards show a video that we took weeks before
See, you
you
looking
did
at we looking
this.
at it from a fan perspective. How would that make you feel if you was MPJ?
Weeks after you done just
Right.
dogged me.
He creating a whole Nick killer. You know what I'm saying? Just by doing that. Like, oh, your favorite team is the Knicks? All right, that gave me more reason to beat them when we
This
play.
interview was not taken prior to that.
No, it was taken before the draft.
Before the draft, and then he put this out now.
You know why he put it out now? Because Mikel been killing in summer league. That's why he put it out. The nigga trying to save face.
You a content creator. You cover your bases.
Yo, but you know who ain't killing? I know somebody who ain't killing, a nigga that's supposed to be so box office.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? Again, we're gonna get more into this interview right here because I thought, you know what I'm saying? Mikel did his thing. So he's talking about the leadership in the point guard. We're gonna skip the part. Now this is the part where he talk about the NBA system that fits. And this is before he got to the Brooklyn Nets. So let's see what he said.
You know, I like every team that I talk to. I mean, has a really good plan and idea of how I would come in and contribute. I'm very adaptive when it comes to that stuff too. Like I'm not very nitpicky when it comes to that stuff. Like I'm very adaptive. Whatever a team needs me to do at the moment to come in and, you know, be the guy right away or come in and just make an impact. Like I'm very adaptive when it comes to that type of stuff. But I've been watching a lot of teams. I mean, I think I can adapt in every single way. So
I know you can. I'm asking, what's your preference?
I mean,
up tempo, half court.
Up tempo,
what is it that you like? What is it that you like?
Oh, playing fast. I mean, that's the league now. The league now is playing fast. More possessions are in the game, and that's the way I like it. I mean, it's more fun playing that way. You know, it's actually how our system was at Louisville. Like, even if the ball goes through the rim, we trying to get out. We trying to get out, and we trying to get another bucket as well. So, just playing that up tempo, I think I thrive when it comes to that. And you know, being a point guard, I love it when I could get the ball out and there's somebody ahead of me and I could kick it up and they could go make a play. Like, I mean, that means the world to me as a point guard. So,
do you worry when you watch the NBA game with everybody's talking about load management and protecting your body?
All right, so how y'all anybody want to respond to that part right there?
I just want to say,
can I ask this question real quick, Jake? Hold on.
No, go ahead.
Can I ask this question?
Yeah.
Is Jordy's system right now a fast up-tempo system? And if it's not, do you see him changing that system to suit the players?
Yes.
No and yes.
Yeah, hold on. Let me say why. Easy. The reason why I answer that is because what I see they did is made Diego more of a rebounding guard. If he's going to be a rebounding guard, just defensive rebounds, not offense, but he could be somebody that start the offense from the defensive rebound, which can create more pace. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll change because of that very reason. And then if Danny Wolf in the lineup, you could do it with him too. So yeah, I think that's going to be there. Yeah.
I would say I just want to answer it too. I don't think Jordy's system is like that now, but that's what he preaches. That's what he wanted to be. And with somebody like Mikel Brown Jr., it could actually be that from the way it seems like he plays. But I just want to say to Joey's point before about Darius Acuff, the kid scored damn near 20 points in every game. Why are you saying he ain't shit?
Because of his shooting percentages. Did you look at his shooting
I'm looking at it. But most people is going to say he's out there getting buckets. So
he has to be efficient.
He got to shoot at a better
and he looks lost on defense.
I did see him looking real lost one time. I did see him looking real lost.
Shooting percentages in the summer league or in the
summer league, no, summer league. His last 3 games, he scored 25,
but the
22, and 19.
But he was box office in college, and his percentages
and he had 7 assists
up.
in one of those games.
And the nigga is the next Allen Iverson. So
he got 2 steals every game, pretty much.
I figured these little niggas in summer league
was very inefficient.
No, I'm just saying. I figured these little niggas in summer league would be looking like child's play to him because he's the next Allen Iverson, and he's the star in the making.
Right, he box office. Hold on, but look,
box office.
Right, so look, and I'm being facetious, but look, box office: 9 for 29, 7 for 19, 6 for 24 for 14. bro. Even if you more efficient than that, I don't care how pretty it look. I need it to be efficient than pretty. Efficient is
Tour
I'm just
dates.
saying, I don't, and I ain't, man, I ain't even trying to get on
He,
this soapbox with A Cup.
yeah,
I'm happy where we're at. I
we
think,
play them Tuesday. I'm gonna be talking that shit at least till Wednesday.
well, we
I
better
think
win that game
I
because
think we
we already lost
got
to
a
him
nice.
already.
I don't think, but I don't. As far as his the type of offense, I don't know. I want to see if Jordy does implement that since he got two playmakers at the guard positions. Is he going to try to push the pace more and get out of transition more? Because I know Randall's good in transition. Michael Porter Jr. just kind of will go to the 3-point line. He don't really go to the rim. So I wonder if he really will implement some more up tempo type of stuff. Because I know you said that he sent Igor to the backboard. That's going to be more Randall when the real game starts.
So
Yeah, but what
I
I'm
Um,
feel
saying is, well, hold on. What I'm saying is, Randall gonna need help if we don't got a dominant center that's gonna dominate on the rebounds on the glass.
it's
I
going
mean,
to be Randall and
you
Dayron.
don't expect Wagner to dominate on the glass, Wolf or Danny Sharp. I mean, Dayron Sharp, and
so
Dayron Sharp is good, but they're not gonna dominate. You're gonna need some of that help from the guards, and Diego's a big guard. He's 6'8", bro. He's gonna help with the rebounds for sure.
right. So
Sure.
I wanted to say something about the transition thing. It's like I don't know because we got certain players who not good in transition. What I mean is they're not runners, right? Jaeger is not going up and down the court. Dayron's not running up and down the court, right? But then we got players who will get up and down the court, like a Mikel Brown Jr. and a Randall, who will run the floor. So it's kind of iffy, right? Because you got a
Yeah,
couple of players in the starting five that's going to get up and down and love to go up and down in transition. Then you got guys that don't run. They don't like to run. Like, keep up that pace.
I think Yegor is good in transition. From what I saw at BYU, we didn't get a good estimation of that last year because of the playing our fancy audience. But as far as Sharp and Michael Porter Jr., I know they're not transition
Right.
players. So
To me, I
we,
feel like Jaeger is more if he want to do an outlet pass more than he want to run. If he could get an outlet pass up the court, he would rather do that than run and go coast to coast. Jaeger's not going coast to coast 9 times out of 10.
Yo, somebody
Because he's
gave me
not
some
fast enough.
background music. Somebody got
Yeah,
some.
somebody in
somebody
Starbucks,
over there watching
they
House of the
play some
Dragon or some
Yo,
shit.
But then
somebody
again,
got
like I
some.
said,
cinematic music, boy.
people like Mikel Brown Jr., Randall, they gonna want to get up and might not people like that. They gonna want to run. Even Drake. That the guys on our teams that are athletes, right? They gonna
Right.
want to get out in transition and run.
Yeah. But again, I do think that you're right. I don't think we're gonna, do that in more part of the game, like you said, depending on the personnel. But it is something that we should implement. I had checked the stat one time, and they show like the better teams in the league, they score from transition, bro. Like everybody not scoring off of X's and O's, man. Like coming down, setting up half court. You need the personnel for that type shit. These players that don't have the personnel for that, you guess what they doing? They trying to score off that transition. They trying to beat the defense
Right.
down court
Exactly.
before the defense could set up
Sets
and
up.
play defense. They looking for 5-on-4s. They looking for matchups, big man on
Or
a little
quick
man,
threes.
quick threes, pull up
Yep.
threes. They trying to score like that because it's a 4-quarter game. It's 82 seasons. You're gonna need those easy points sometime, man. You're
But
not
not
trying
only
to score
that
off
though, you
X's
wear
and
your
O's and
opponent down.
P&Rs. Always be talking about P&Rs. You can't score off P&Rs all the time, man. You got to get those fast break transition points, man. They important.
And Breezy, you wear your
That's where
opponent
our
down
guard
like
play
that
comes
too.
in at.
You heard me?
Guard play. McKellar's gonna get us up and down and get us. He gonna push the tempo. You know what I'm saying? The guards are gonna push the tempo, but we're gonna be really good with Julius Randle in the half court as well. Like scoring shouldn't be an issue. Like you know what I'm saying? I think Brown and Porter and Randall. I mean, we got shooting. I mean, Mikel is gonna be the one to have to dictate how we
Yeah,
get
he's
up
gonna
and down.
orchestrate that.
Yeah,
I
he's gonna have to orchestrate that.
so
That's
I
why I
agree.
think
So
him and
I
Yegor are
think
gonna work
last year,
really good together as far as
I agree.
being able to make decisions in transition.
But I
But
think
I agree.
last year was all about we wanted to turn defense into offense and get into transition because Jordy knew that most of these guys were not good offensively in the half court set, right? Spacing was terrible. You don't got playmakers. But this year, I think it's going to be way better in the half court set because we got Mikel
That
Brown Jr. who could really put pressure on the rim and play make. You got Randall who can do a little bit of playmaking, and we're going to have shooters around that. So the spacing is going to be a lot much better to operate. You know what I mean? And guys to get cleaner shots because you got to respect multiple guys on the floor. You can't just sit on us like you did last year, knowing that we ain't really got no playmakers or no offensive firepower.
and I
I agree.
also think that it would getting up in transition would benefit Dwight Powell or did I say it right or did I mess it
It's
up?
Drake. Everybody calls him
Drake.
Dwight though, bro.
Drake
It's Drake
Powell,
though.
and
Yeah.
I think transition would be where he's best at.
For sure.
So I think getting that going will help his game some. At least get him some more confidence because I think he don't have good confidence right
Right, but
now.
that's because he's an athlete though.
But
Drake
why he
Drake
Right
want to
why
now,
is
get
he
up and
one
down
for
the court.
28? Did anybody watch all the games? Like, what kind of shots
Yeah.
is he taking for him to be 1 for 28 for the
Right.
whole?
He don't play with care, bro. He play like mama, I made it. I made it to the NBA. I got it back. Y'all ain't gotta work no more. I won in life. I don't have to win in the NBA because I won in life. He play like he
But is
don't
he taking a
that's too
bunch of
much.
threes like
That's too
Jordy
much,
be
bro.
wanting him to, or is he fucking?
no.
That's
He's
He
part of
missing
it.
Is he
everything,
getting to the
bro.
bruh,
cup and
That nigga
missing?
missing bunnies. He missing
bruh,
middies. He missing 3-pointers. He missing everything.
He taking more
bruh.
threes though than everything else though. To be fair,
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, but I seen a nigga miss a wide open layup with nobody by him. Do you see that
Mm.
shit last game?
I
Oh, it
don't
was
know
the game
why.
before.
I don't know why they got
And
him
why he just don't
shooting
go
the
dunk that
jumpers.
shit? Like, if you're such an athlete,
That's what
go
I'm
get a
saying.
dunk.
I don't
Like,
know
get to
why
the
they don't
cup.
Right.
got that. I don't know why we got him shooting so many damn jump shots. That's not his game, clearly. Not to
Nope.
say he can't improve, but I don't know why we
But
have him.
but but Priest, if you watch the games when he's handling the ball and he's trying to get to the rack, he's losing the damn ball. He's turning it
I
over.
don't want him handling the ball. If you heard what I said, I think I said it last time I was up here. He should be more your back cutter, something like that. You got guys that can find open
Mm.
guys. So why is we have him dribbling the ball?
Well, we had him playing.
Into the
We
rock.
had him dribbling last game because Jaeger and MPJ sat, so they had to use him as a ball handler.
Then you
You
got
know
to
what I
use
mean?
Danny Wolf and
And
some of
then
them other guys.
sometimes he's on the court. He might be on the court with Saraf, and he just got to handle the ball handling duties. He's not gonna always be able to shy away from not handling the ball. My G, you're a guard. Like
But that's
you
not
can't do it.
everybody. We know that that's every guard ain't
Yeah, but what
the
I'm saying
guy
is
that
you're
do
gonna
that.
have to. It's gonna come to a
You
time
a
you're gonna
guard?
have to handle the ball, especially in the half court set when you're a guard.
Profession. If you a
I just
guard and you
think
can't handle the rock, nigga, I think you're in the wrong profession. You might as well learn
Exactly.
soccer at this point.
no, as he plays defense and he's an athlete that can score in the paint. So what I'm saying
Reese,
is,
you a guard.
okay, you that's not his skill set. Whatever it is, that's he ain't, and we're getting him raw too. Because if you remember, he didn't play a lot of college ball,
Yeah, he was
right?
hurt.
So we're
Yeah.
getting a raw athlete. That's basically what he is, a raw athlete. So
But
the
can I say
stuff
this? Do
he
do
doesn't
do are we
really
kind of
have right now.
overreacting though? Because isn't this a part of his development? Isn't this a part of Sarah's development? Like they have to go through these growing pains. Like we sitting here saying, well, we shouldn't make them do this because they're not good at it. No, nigga, that's why we're making you do it. So you
But
can get good at it.
that's
My
true. But
whole
I
thing
also
was
think you're
my
supposed
whole
to
thing
put your
was
players
getting
in a
the
position
ball.
to win and maximize on what they are
Yeah,
good at, not just
yeah.
have
Yeah,
them
true.
doing
I mean,
shit
I
that
can
they
see
not good
both,
at.
but we also have to understand that the Nets are also putting these guys in uncomfortable positions because they want them to grow their game and work on this shit. You feel me?
No,
I
yeah.
think that when you got a guy like him that is not the great his jump shot, he don't have confidence. I think he's a better shooter than what he's showing, but his confidence is shit right now. So how do you fix that? Well, let's get him easy opportunities. Let's run some motions stuff. Let's run some back cuts. Let's get him going to the rim for easy dunks. Let's get him alley oop opportunities, things like that. Let's do that and then
Offense,
sit
but
and build the confidence up. Now we can start trying to get him to do some things that he's uncomfortable with. Because
But
right now, basically, what we're doing is we're trying to put a player with no confidence and make him work his way out of it. And all young guys can't do that.
Priest, they say in the NBA when shooters can't or in a slump and they not shooting the ball, you know what they tell them? Keep shooting. You're
Yeah,
not
but I
shooting
don't
well.
know if
Keep
he's
Jacob's
a
shooting.
doing.
shooter right now.
You
That's
got to
the thing.
keep shooting, man. You
But
got
but
to shoot
but
your way out of that slump.
but you know, but see, well, my thing is that's where the two guard depth chart is important, bro. You got Diego at the number one two guard, then you got Drake Powell or Terrence Mann, bro. We gotta fix that. We gotta fix that, man. If we're gonna be any type of competitive, we're gonna need a scorer right there. Somebody said DeRozan. I think he gonna want the bag. We ain't paying him that.
Hell no. DeRozan want to go to Miami, man.
That's
Okay.
where he want to go. Yeah.
We
who
already
said that?
we already have a scorer. His name is Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, no, but we need somebody or two. Who's coming off the bench for Diego? Is it
Yo,
Keon Ellis?
It's gonna be probably Keon Ellis and Traore when
And
he
Trey
gets
Ori.
healthy.
Yeah.
Um, and they're gonna probably put them out there with Danny Wolf and something like that, and Wagner, and that's what I
Yeah.
think our second lineup gonna be probably Powell as of right now, because I would rather play him than Sarav because at least he played defense. So it'll probably be like Powell. What's the other guy I said? Traore.
Priest,
Uh,
I don't know. A lot of people in Nets world got you find it hard to believe they got Saraf over Powell right now in the power rankings, nigga. They
and
listen.
Sarav is trash though.
Oh, for
Powell is in
sure,
the
for
basement
sure.
right now.
He's better than Powell though.
Yes,
But
right
Sarav
now
don't
he
play no
is.
Word
defense.
up. I
Yo,
ain't gonna
Ben
lie.
Saraf can play defense. He's not as good as Powell, but he's decent. His defense got better. And
Man,
I'm
look
not
here.
vouching for
You
Ben
talk
Saraf
about
because
mitts
I
and
hate
butt.
him,
This
but
Sarav, I don't know. Sarav is like off-brand homeless Manny Ginobili.
he
He don't,
is.
but he except he can't
he,
dunk.
he is though. You ain't lying.
He is. He another one
disrespectful,
that
bro.
missed a damn wide open layup last game.
Bro, don't
His
He
best
disrespect.
attribute is trying to find people. You know, he'll do some penetrating and he might find some people. That's his thing, getting people open.
You got to
Here's my
score when
thing.
you
Bro,
Here's my
open,
thing
though,
with
And
man. In
Saraf,
the
and his
right?
NBA,
floater is
People
so trash.
you got to
Like
score in the
he don't
NBA,
that
got he
floater
man.
don't
is.
got no layup package, right? And he's not really that athletically gifted. So people like, Breeze, I know you always talk about him getting paint touches, but my thing is, my G, what are paint
Yeah,
touches
he got
when
to learn
you
how to
get
finish.
there, when you can't do nothing.
Yeah, no, he
He
got to
looking to
learn how to
find somebody. He
You
like
get
Ben
you
Simmons.
getting
He looking
blocked,
to find somebody else.
right? Because you getting blocked or you getting the ball taken from you. You know, you going up to with that weak sauce with that fucking with that underhand layup,
I'm
5 year old
telling you.
layup you be doing.
I'm telling you,
I was
Jordy
like,
is not going for that. Jordy is not going for it. I'm telling
At
y'all.
least I know that Powell can yam on somebody. I don't
yeah,
know
Yeah,
but
about
but
but
no like.
but Ben Saraf is going to play make for you a little bit
That's what I'm
and
saying,
play
and that's what he.
defense.
That's good right there. That's good right there coming off the bench.
I would rather
Drake
play.
Powell ain't
I'm gonna
giving
be
you
honest
nothing
with
but
you. I'd
defense.
rather play Terrence Mann than both of them right now.
when I watched the game
Terrence Mann could go. I
and
ain't even gonna say where
Saraf,
he could go.
when I watched the game and Saraf
I'm
Nah.
missed
talking
that
about both of
layup,
them dudes, yo.
Jordy
I'd
said,
rather
"Oh
play Terrence
And
man."
Mann than
Clowney.
both of them dudes.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, both them
Jordy
niggas
said,
need to
"Oh
be.
man."
Both of them niggas need to be in Long Island when the
Yep.
season start, my nigga. They need to be in the G. I don't even right now. They don't even look like they are worthy of making the roster. They're homies.
They're not making the roster.
The roster pasta. But
Right. They
yeah,
can't
man.
make the roster pasta.
It is what it is.
Y'all stupid.
But that's why niggas been talking about people like Cheney Johnson because granted he's a little bit older, but the dude he's been improving. He looked like he's worthy of a roster spot, man.
And I
Right.
want to see
Yeah,
what
for sure.
Jefferson look like too, as we keep going forward.
And that's my thing. I don't give a fuck about none of these names and nothing. If somebody could play ball, put them on the court.
That's right. That's right, Jay.
Cheney definitely deserve it.
He
Right.
Cheney
do
balling like he deserved the spot.
facts.
pay attention to the names.
I
You
think
got
he might be
name.
better. He might be better than Clowney at the backup four.
That's a fact. He is.
And
On
if
my
he
mama,
is,
he is, bro.
I'm telling you, Jordy is not taking no shorts.
But you know what niggas gonna say is, well, he's supposed to be better. He's older. Clowney's only 22.
well, Pod not here.
Yeah, I know. I know. Pod gonna say that, but yeah,
Yeah.
I really don't care about the age thing either. I'm not. I don't really get into all that. Listen, you either got it or you don't. Like, niggas act like 24 in the league is like 30,
Yeah.
34.
Nah, it's not 24. Chaney Johnson, bro. He could be the eighth man off the bench, bro. What we talking about, bro? He not before Minot. He not before
No, he
Dave.
not.
But he like the
And
eighth
that's
man
cool.
off the
I'm not
bench.
saying
Ninth
he's
man off the
going to be.
bench.
He's a at the end of the bench guy, but he deserves a roster spot over the
He
shit that
better
I'm
than
seeing.
For
he
sure.
might be better than Wolf, B.
Hey,
Don't let Leaf hear that.
he. You know what?
Nigga.
You
Okay.
know I said it for him. I said it
Where
where
Leaf
he
at?
at.
Yeah, I know.
Leaf gonna pop up and appear now.
But to the
Motherfucking
dead
12
homies,
nigga to
like
watch.
every
You
game
gonna
we
hear them
played so
breathing.
far, who been the consistent hand? Cheney.
Right?
He been consistent
Three
every
pointers,
game.
rebounding, getting
Yes.
out on the wing, everything.
He on the perimeter taking the ball from guards and shit. But I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, I just don't like the shit Sean Marks do to where he get guys in the system and then a guy is worthy of a chance and then you still don't give him a fair shake. I think that shit is just such bullshit because of I don't know, maybe because of politics, maybe because you got other guys that you
Who?
trying to I
You
don't know.
already know what it is, Joey. Sean Marks is giving that call, telling people what to do.
Who is
Yeah.
I don't think I don't. Y'all think he? I think Jordy is kind of playing who, and then when Jordy get people to overperform, they end up off the team. That's what I think was going on these last couple years. I don't think the
Well,
front office is
well, we've been
determining who
losing
to
these
play.
last couple of years. We've been losing, so we could develop a little, see what we got, see what we working with. I
No,
mean,
but if
Facts.
you remember
we
when
was
we was
having
playing
losing
Schroeder and
seasons.
all them people, we wasn't losing. When we was playing Schroeder and all them people, we wasn't losing. So they
We
had to
wasn't
go
losing
ahead and get
enough,
rid.
they said. We wasn't losing enough.
Man, we wasn't really losing that much. We was like in 11th place. That's
Yeah.
not great, but that's that's not what
That's
they was
not good
trying to
for a
do.
tanking year.
No,
This season, we trying to make the playoffs with this team.
And
This
then
is a
they got
playoff.
yeah.
and then they got rid of Schroeder,
We
right?
obviously not we obviously not contending, but the Nets should at least be trying to compete this year.
Yeah, yeah. They ain't got nothing,
We're
no
going
holds
with
bar.
everything.
I don't know
Like
about that.
winning should be the
With
option
everything.
every game.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yep.
I think we highly contingent on the backcourt and how that young backcourt plays. I think you know what I mean. The front court, it's veteran laid, and we got 20-point plus scorers. Like you know what I
Facts.
mean.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think we're a playoff team this year. You know what I'm saying? If
I
if
think
if
if
the
they
if the
would
If
have
things
backcourt,
go good, right? Yeah.
yeah,
they would
right.
have
If
That's
the
got
why I
Mitchell
play
backcourt,
as a
Robinson,
which we
he would have had
expected
one of
to,
the best starting groups. If they would have been able to get Mitchell Robinson and play him with Randall and MPJ and
I agree.
MBJ
I
and
wanted that. I agree. I wanted that. But I think Sharp getting the minutes will give us that production though.
I
We may
believe
not
right.
get the
How
Sharp
do you
can
blocks
feel
do it.
like
about
that,
people
but that
saying that
Sharp
Sharp is
getting his minutes is gonna give it
how do
to
you
us.
feel
I
about people
agree with
saying
you. I
people
agree.
saying Sharp and Mitchell Robinson are kind of like the same and it didn't make sense to get Mitch. They kind of do the same shit. How you feel about that, Priest?
I think
I
Mitchell
agree now.
Robinson is a better defender and he
Right.
don't foul as much. Um and he a better rebound. I think he's stronger.
Facts.
And he's bigger.
Hmm.
He's a bigger he like
Davon
7 foot
be
6.
kind of bullying that.
Yeah,
Davon
I
be
don't
kind
think
of
he's
like
stronger.
lesser
I think
And you
Mitch
know
competition.
the
is
one
a
Davon
thing
more
be
that I
polished
do
bullying.
like
player
that
because he's been
and the
playing
biggest difference
longer.
for me
He's more of
between
a
the two
professional.
players is the hands. Dayron can't catch the ball like he's supposed to.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
But
got
Mitchell
he
Robinson
got
catch
better.
that bitch with a broke
But
hand.
there, Mitchell
You know
got
what I'm saying?
one big problem though.
Free throw shooting.
One big problem. He's always injured. He's
That and
He
he
always
ain't
can't
in the
shoot,
last
injured.
couple
bro.
years though.
He was injured even in the series. He was injured.
What about people saying Sharp can't he can't stop fouling? Like he got a
Yeah,
fouling
that's it.
problem.
That's
Yeah,
his
well,
biggest issue.
That's his issue.
That's his issue. Yeah.
No, his
and his
biggest
feet.
issue is he can't set a fucking screen, and that's my
You know,
boy.
well, that's the part of the fouling. He
That's
over.
my.
And then
Yeah.
another thing too, he
That's a whole separate issue, boy.
Davon or
He
Mitchell
got to learn to
Robinson,
set them screens properly.
actually, if and I was rooting heavily against them, so I watched like every game. But Mitchell Robinson, when he get out on an island with a guard, he wasn't fooled.
Nah,
Right.
he held his own. So you think they run food on the perimeter?
Yes, I do. I do.
I
And I don't even. And
think
I like
we.
and I like our players. You know, I defend our players, but I
I
will
think
say
Dayron will work
that
out. I think it'll work out.
Dayron, the fouling, the
I hope it
hands,
work out.
him getting better with the hands, it just had to happen because he was dropping shit right in his hands. It's crazy. And the whole live thing, I mean, I can appreciate the fact that he added a little jumper to his game,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
don't really need my center shooting jumpers, right?
I don't
I
mind if
need
he
my
take
I
center
three
mean,
dominating the
threes a
paint.
game.
I
I don't mind three
mean,
threes a game.
you know, that's up to Jordy, right?
Yeah, I don't mind three threes.
I
I think
think
he hit a
Jordy
three.
is too uh
Well, it's
dependent
up.
on the 3-pointer,
Right.
and
Yeah. Well,
it's irritating.
that's why he take. That's why he takes it because that's why Jordy is the one that's dictating it.
But I know Mo Wagner can shoot. I've seen Mo Wagner play well. That's why I say, hey, and y'all might not. Hey, I don't think MPJ is the end result at that three. So I will keep my eye on Franz. I will keep my eye on Orlando. The way they was, because one of them was finna get traded this year. So you know them brothers like playing together.
Bro, no, bro. No,
All
bro.
You
right,
don't
we'll
like
see.
Franz Wagner?
I
I'm
could
not
deal with
saying
that.
that.
I could deal with that. We just got to get 20 points back. If we getting the player back, we got to get 20 points. We got to
Yeah,
get
you
somebody that
getting
can give
20
us 20.
points back because you getting Franz
Yeah,
Wagner.
yeah. No doubt, no doubt. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. We what they contracts looking like? I mean, what's Porter projected to get?
I think Porter had like what 40 this year.
And what is France getting already?
I think he get it a little bit more than that. A little bit more.
Yeah, well, they give you about the same points and everything. So, I could deal with that.
Franz Wagner is cold blooded, and hey,
I could deal with
he
that
got
as
that
long as you get 20 points.
He got that whole country supporting him too. Germany. You know we like international players in Brooklyn.
But hold on, he played a four though, right?
He
Hell yeah,
played the
He
three.
played 3-4, 3-4.
he played the three.
He
Yeah,
played the
he
three.
come right at the three.
Paulo is the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Paulo at the 4 because Franz is there. That's the conundrum right there. Because he could play 4, but Paulo's there. That's the conundrum.
They both don't
Okay,
rebound.
so he's earning 40 million, 41.
And he getting you about 22, 23 a game, right?
So this year coming up, I think he get we going into 27, 28, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 26, 27. Whatever.
26, 27.
All right, so he get 41 this year, 44 next year, 48 the year after that, and 51 the year after that.
Yeah, it's only going up.
So he
But
got
he
4 years on this deal.
points per game, he giving you 23, 24, right? He giving you something like what Michael Porter Jr. is giving you.
But yeah,
Right,
but
so,
hold
bro,
on,
y'all
y'all.
doing this casual shit, bro.
But
I know
y'all not been out of shape about it though, right? Y'all cool with MPJ staying this shit. I kind
No,
of
I
want to
like
see
MPJ.
though.
I like him too. I want him to stay. I just want the math to be right, the figures to be, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I'm saying let him finish out his
But this
contract,
the
and then
last year.
after that
This the
we can
last
see
year
what's
of his
going on.
contract.
You know?
Can I say this real quick?
We
Can I say
This
this
the
real quick?
last year of his contract.
we need him.
Can I say this real
We
quick?
need him right now.
Can I say this real quick?
Yeah.
Let me just say this real quick. If you watch Franz Wagner and if you look at the stats, he is one of the most downhill players and doesn't shoot the three. And when he shoots it, he's not very effective at the three. Even though I got faith in him, when it counts sometimes, it goes bad, horribly bad. He is a downhill player. We are going to go back to Jordy's system. How is he going to implement this nigga into a system that just take threes, my nigga?
Oh man, I hope
You
it ain't
said
that,
that.
man.
Okay, so you're saying
You
it's not a
said
good
that.
fit.
You're saying that he's bad from the three.
Yeah.
I mean, he got better every year. I mean, he shot 35%. But when you got him on your team, you want him to get to his spots. I want people that can score the ball and get to the midi and get to the. Franz can do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean,
I like Porter
but
Jr.'s size. I mean, he's already a proven scorer. I mean, I would
but the
love him to
whole point
stay if
about
he
it.
could.
So it depends on what is he asking for, because this is the last year of his contract. So are we comfortable with re-signing him to a max deal? Because that's really
No,
I'm saying no. I don't think we should resign him
no,
to a max deal. I
Max
think we
deal is
should.
crazy.
I think we should.
no, yeah, not the man.
I think we should get a team friendly contract, a little 2 year joint where he could go to a contender and we could get some draft capital.
because that's what I'm saying. That we got a young team. Our timeline has changed. So we got a 20-year-old Mikel. We got a 20-year-old Yegor.
I want
Uh,
get a
Franz
wing that
Wagner is only 24, 25.
right. But what I'm saying
So
is
But don't trade him now, though.
no.
no,
Get him right before the trade
No,
deadline. I'm saying
Yeah.
get
trade
somebody that can
deadline. Yeah,
play. Get somebody that could play alongside and grow with Yegor and Mikal. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody young.
that's what I'm talking about. You
I like
Yeah,
how y'all put in.
That was
Hold on.
supposed to be Trey Murphy, remember?
yeah.
Hold on. I like how y'all throwing these deals out there. Like, yeah, we could do it at this time, whatever. Like, there's not 28 other teams in the league that's going to throw they off on the table, and that nigga going to get a slide eye and look at the other people. So
No,
you
I
go ahead
see.
and lay
First
a deal
off,
off on
I
the
don't know
table.
where Orlando is going to go, right? So because if at one point they were talking about trade Apollo last year, I would have had my hat all in that if they, you see what I'm saying? If that's what they was trying to do. So that's a team to watch. Another team to watch is New Orleans, because if I can get Herb Jones on this team, he does everything that you want Powell to do, but he's good at it. So if you can get a Herb Jones, if you can get players like that that would just naturally fit what you're trying to do, naturally fit the growing. You know what I'm saying? So have my eyes on a couple of these teams, especially the losing teams, to see which way they're trying to go. I have my eye on Milwaukee. I don't want Kuzma, but they got, little pieces here and there that might be worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like Khalil Ware, whether they want to get off of him. I have my eyes on some of these bad teams and see what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have been mad if we threw our hat in the Miles Bridges. I know he think he a rapper or whatnot, but
What's
I
wrong
wouldn't
with
have been mad.
rappers? Nah.
I don't want. I wouldn't been mad at bringing him, because they didn't get a lot for him. Charlotte didn't.
Charlotte just moved them to
Phoenix.
like Phoenix or something.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
went to Phoenix
Yeah,
and he
he
signed
got
a deal.
traded to Phoenix. Yeah,
But he signed a deal with Phoenix when he got traded too. I think. I think he
I
signed a
mean
deal.
that would have been part of it. You would have had to extend him, but
Me personally,
I take that back, because I don't know if he's a good character guy, and I know Jordy and them love them character guys. They don't like the problem children. So
I mean, it is what it is. My thing is let MPJ build up that trade value to the trade deadline, and then we the ones who got the negotiating power. Jordy Fernandez, and as you already say,
no,
the front
he
office.
wasn't.
Hold on, the front office is going to trade a player wherever they want to go. So we got to get some type of draft capital. We got to get a younger player. I mean, that's more of what we want. Just a younger player at the small forward that could grow with the 1 and 2. That's all
If
I
we
need.
have a
But
good,
we wouldn't have had the
if
power
we have
because
a
he's an
good,
expiring deal. So he would get to pick where he goes, and that would be the issue with that. You'll get less for him then.
if we have a good record by the trade deadline, do you get rid of him?
Do you re-sign him? Is the question. If you're not re-signing him, it doesn't make sense to hold on to him. If
Yeah,
you're not gonna,
I think
whether we winning or losing, if you're not gonna re-sign him, it don't make no sense to hold on to him, because you're
Well,
gonna lose him for nothing.
you think I don't think the Nets would sign him for no longer than 2 years. I think he would get a 2 year contract like everybody else.
Right,
That's
right, right,
that
right,
would be
right,
my
right,
question. If you re-signing
right.
him, then absolutely you should keep him through the trade deadline. But if you're not going to re-sign him, it makes no sense to keep him. None. That
Absolutely.
would actually be poor GMing by. And I give him a lot of credit for some of the moves he makes, but that would be terrible job GMing by Marks. If you're not gonna resign that kid and you keep him the whole year, terrible.
So hold
I
on.
think we listen
What
in the
about a
office
2-year
for him
contract?
now.
Do you think that we still gonna have wiggle room cap space if we get him in a 2-year contract opposed to a 4-year contract?
Um, yeah, it depends on what the terms are. I mean, I haven't heard him say he wanted to leave. You know, I think
Right.
some of the moves that we've made it might have excited him, but he is coming off of being in the title contender every year, so that's what I think he's good to have in the locker room with young guys because he won the championship. He knows what it looks like, all those things. But what is it going to cost you? That's the whole point. If he wants,
I,
because if he makes All Star this year, I think Julius Randle will be All Star. But if he makes All Star this year, he enters into that conversation for a max contract.
right.
What's going on?
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
What up? What up?
Because he's our number one scorer. I want him. The offense to still go through him and everything this year.
Who, MPJ?
It's going to go
Yeah.
more through Randle, I think.
Nah, that should
But
go through
yeah,
Randall, man. MPJ, he catch and shoot. He don't put the ball on the floor. Once it touch his hands, it ain't gonna touch nobody else's hands. It's gonna touch the rim or the net, hopefully.
It should stay that way. It should definitely
Hold on,
stay that way.
hold on, son. Hold on. This shit sounded a little bit funny right now, bro. So y'all niggas get a few good players on the team. And I remember seasons before, yo, we gotta play through our young guys. Let the ball be in their hands. Let them develop. Now it's like, yeah, put that rock in Randall hands, and they gonna do a dribble handoff with MPJ
Man,
and
I'm not
fuck
gonna lie to
everybody
you.
that's
else.
just what it's
I
going to
don't I
be.
don't know if I agree with y'all because I feel like this dude MPJ is a better scorer than Randall. Like he's
Of
more
course.
erratic, but he's a better scorer though.
He's the man on the team. I think everything should still flow exactly how it was going through him. And as soon as he get it, like
You think
Breezy
he a
saying,
better
like
scorer than
whenever,
Randle?
I think so, yeah.
yeah.
He a better shooter. I don't know if he a better
Nah,
scorer.
better all around scorer. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't see him as being a better scorer than Randall. I think Randall can post up. Randall can do the catch and shoot. Randall can go off the bounce. I think he can score in more different ways than Michael Porter Jr. Yeah, yeah. He one of the, like you said, he one of the best shooters in the league. So
Trades or Master of One.
Nets got a good team.
Nets got a good team, man.
Yo,
he's underrated as a rebounder.
Well, I got that's still to be determined.
Definitely. That 7 rebounds is be there.
That's pretty good.
He played with Joker most of his career. So Joker is a rebound uh, magnet. So
Swallower.
you couldn't
Yeah.
really.
In
Listen, man.
this comment right here, he said, player one, he said, Breezy, you need those type of players, guys like MPJ who can score without dominating the ball. His game
Yeah,
fit anywhere next to anyone. I agree.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
what I
You
said.
know,
I
that's
said he
why
only went
his.
out 15 shots. I said he's
right.
That's why
scoring
he gonna have a
24
good
points on
trade market.
15 shots, bro. I was like, that's
That's why
incredible.
when we. That's why when we. If we're. That's why I said if we're gonna re-sign him, then this is a mute conversation. But he's gonna have a market just for that simple fact, because he don't need the ball. They can
Right.
put him on the Lakers. They can put him
Listen,
on OKC. They can put him on all those
when
teams.
you
San
that
Antonio.
height, when you 6'10" and you can shoot the ball like that, you're gonna forever have a job in the NBA.
Mhm.
That's just
No,
fact.
for sure.
So, but I want
He's
to
been a talent. He's been a talent his whole way too. He's
I
been a
want to ask
talent
y'all.
and a
I know
scorer
we talk
his
about
whole
his
career.
shooting, but what do y'all think of MPJ as a defender? Do y'all think he's a decent defender, or he's ass as a defender? Do
I
y'all
think
think
he's
he's decent?
good. He's a good team defender when you got the pieces around him, but he's not a good one-on-one defender because he can't move laterally in that way. But as far as being with, if you got a
Nice.
system set up and you need him to be somewhere, he'll be there. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
You dressing it up
But
right now, Trees. You dressing it up. He asked, bro. If you a good team
no,
defender,
that's not.
that
That's
means you
not. I'm
got
not dressing it
playmaking.
up. It's people who are good at playing team defense, and it's people who are good at like being a shutdown guy.
I
He
asked
never
I
was
because
a
agree.
shutdown
I
guy.
agree. I
I
agree.
asked
Yeah,
because
he long. So yeah, on team
Yeah.
help defense is good.
Yeah.
He better.
Yeah.
I asked because
He fucking low.
I hear some fans say he's a decent defender, then some fans will tell me he's not that good of a defender. So that's why I was asking y'all opinion
It's just you got to
about him.
know what you're looking at. If
Yeah.
you got if you got Michael Porter Jr. on a team that nobody is good defensively, right? It's gonna look real bad, right?
That's right.
Because or it ain't a good defensive situation in place.
Yeah.
He's not gonna. He's
He's
so
not going to
big.
be able
It's
to do.
gonna. Yeah, he's so big. He's gonna stand out.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I don't
he
think he's that bad though. I don't think he's a
No,
clunker.
he's not bad.
no.
He know where to be. He know what to do. It's just
Right.
that he's not.
Like you said, his lateral quickness
You
ain't
know.
there, but he's not that
Yeah.
Yeah,
bad.
You know.
Bro,
You know.
hold on, bro. Everybody know where to be, bro. They know when you even hear
that's
them
not
talking
true.
about the game, bro.
That's not true at all.
So,
Yo,
bro,
easy, you funny, bro.
hold on. The only people that don't know where to be are the horrible defenders. But for the most part, all these niggas that you even think play bad defense, they know where to
That's a
be,
fair
bro.
point though. Most guys in the league that been playing a minute, they
They
know,
run
they kind of know,
Priest,
or they
bro,
should
Priest,
know.
and Joey, and Priest and Joey. Y'all notice they go through film studies, so they don't even talk about where you need to. They know where they
Yeah.
need to be. I keep on telling. It's between the ears. They choose not to do that shit.
Yeah, he kind of right.
Yeah. Some of
Yeah,
them
he right.
choose.
But
Some of them
everybody
choose.
don't know where to be. Like you said, A Cup look lost on defense
Yeah,
because
because
he
A
not.
Cup is young though. He's got to learn it. Most of the young players coming into the league, they have to learn that. But most of the guys that been in the league a while, like KD them said, most of those sets that mostly all the teams run are the same. You know all that shit. Like it's like second nature. You know where to be, and I don't know.
Priest, you can even vouch for the post fade doesn't change from high school to college to the NFL. The only thing that changes is the players you go against. The nigga know how to throw the ball better. The nigga that know how to run better. But it's all effort though. But it doesn't change. The play don't change. A flare don't change that much. Maybe the spacing, but you know where niggas gonna be at. Niggas choose not to play defense at certain points in time. Niggas making business decisions. Now, real quick, let me say this. With Darius Acuff, I heard coming into this draft, that nigga was like one of the worst defenders ever, like for like a guard. So like this shit
That's
shouldn't
what
be
I told
surprising.
you. He was one of the worst defenders coming out of the draft. Period. Like it wasn't just guards. But I don't
Like
want to bang.
Damian
I don't want
Lillard,
to bang
Steph
on A
Curry.
Cup though.
Yes, you do.
Nah, I don't want to bang on him, but I was just saying, I brought that up earlier. I mean, I do wish he'd get better. I got nothing against him. I just like our guy, me personally. I'm glad we picked
That was your
Mikel.
guy, and you
Yeah.
you got a right to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't see. I don't got nothing that if Acuff is good, it don't. I actually want to see him perform. I like the kid game. So, and it don't hurt me. Like if he was on the Knicks, I mean, it'd be like fuck him. But he played for the Kings. Him playing good don't hurt me.
But yeah,
It don't hurt
again, I
us.
feel I feel the
It
same
don't hurt
way.
us.
I actually want to see him do good. I mean,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not, I like the kid, but I mean, I
Yeah.
just prefer Mikel Brown Jr. But that doesn't mean
Right,
I don't still want to see him do well.
right. Except when we
And he's
play.
gonna do well.
Except when we play.
He's a can't miss. He's a can't miss. He's gonna do well. He's a score and playmate. You give him the minutes, he's gonna do well. But
I
defense,
thought,
he don't. He's not there. But we not looking at him for defense. We'll take the 20 plus and the 7 plus assists.
I thought,
If you can get Acuff to play maxi level defense, I think that's good to go. It's not great. It's
But
not. It's,
he a
I
small
think
guard.
Show. Do a lot of
I'm
show
gonna
and
be
show.
looking at. I'm gonna be looking at his defense on Tuesday because I seen Diego putting him on the post, taking him to the paint. You know.
Yegor going to, and that's a good
You
thing that
watch
I like
Mikel
when
play
I
him in
saw that from
you watch
Yegor.
their highlights playing each other in high school.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, Mikel is
I seen
highlights.
Diego playing in the summer
I
league.
I ain't gonna lie, I like Acuff. I feel like Acuff is like a Derrick Rose type player. I mean, he got to grow into everything. I think every rookie got to grow into everything. I mean, even AJ and Darian Peterson, they got flaws too. Everybody got flaws. But the thing about Mikhail, he has it all somewhat already. He has the thing that you can't teach. I mean, like when I see Darian Peterson play, I like the way he play. I think he's aggressive. I think he could score. I think AJ could score as well. But when I look at
They were
AJ,
inefficient too.
yeah, they was inefficient, but that's gonna happen in the summer league. This game is a high speed basketball game, so when we talk about efficiency, we got to base it off of shot selection, the game speed, a lot of that. If we playing up and down basketball, running, gunning, we shooting threes all goddamn day, then yes, everybody's not going to be as efficient. It's about the shot selections that you do take. And when I see
Mm.
Mikhail, I feel like his IQ is there and he looks at the game already as like a 30-year pro. It's just we just got to see it. That's just how I look at it.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's why I can look at Yegor like right now and say this is a different player than I saw. Because even in the summer league, you could tell with the how he's moving now, and having a year of seasoning does help. But you could tell with how he's moving now that he wasn't right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With how decisive he is, with how he's not sitting there thinking, he's just playing. All those things. When you're hurt, you don't really do a lot of that stuff. You
Mm-hmm.
just you do everything you're trying to think about how that you can do this, how you can do that. He's just
Or
playing
he just
ball.
got better.
He got better.
Yeah,
I
he
do
worked
believe he
on
got
everything.
better. I do think he got better, but I can also tell that he wasn't healthy with how he's moving.
Yeah, he's just
Him
moving
getting
better.
better.
Yeah, just more
Yeah,
mobility.
yeah.
And a lot of it does. It
But
has
I
to.
think he worked on everything, the toughness, the bulking up, because he worked specifically on what he needed to work on and what he got criticized
Yeah.
for taking it to
Yeah,
the
I think he's
hole,
just looking like.
penetration, and taking the fouls.
I think he just looked like he got a year's worth of NBA experience.
Yeah.
I mean that helps, but I think when you're unhealthy, you can't move like you want to move. Your body don't do what you tell it to do. You see what I'm saying? That's what I was talking about. I never thought he was a bad player. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
y'all
That
both
wasn't
right.
me.
I think
That wasn't me. I think he got better for sure. I never
Wait.
thought he was bad though.
They said bum ass Bumpson was playing with a broken hand or some shit in the finals. That nigga was still moving how he was supposed to move. Like I get you on
Yeah, he
the
was.
injury shit,
If you talk about
but
a hand or and a foot, is two different things. That don't your
okay,
hand don't
yeah,
stop you from moving.
it stopped you from shooting and scoring,
Yeah, and Brunson was.
dribbling.
I ain't even going.
Like
But he
What
shot
was
all I'm
well from
saying
the
is,
3 point land last year.
the way I see
like
it,
like
and I'm not saying
why
you
is
wrong.
people bringing up the Knicks?
I'm just you talking about injuries and fucking injuries making you look different out there, and I'm saying that to me he looks more like he just has more. NBA experience. He's able to read the game better. He's able to maximize on his strengths better. And I don't think it has as much to do with him being injured last year as much as it is him just being better this year.
I agree.
I think. I mean, I think he got better. I don't disagree with you there, but I just went. I was
Both things
specifically.
are true. He worked on it
Yeah,
too.
I was specifically talking about the way he's moving laterally, the way he's, you know what I'm saying, all those kind of things, and that's more
Nice.
so on defense and all those kind of things. You could tell that the kid wasn't healthy. I know what it's like playing off an injury. I ain't never had that shit, that plantar fasciitis shit. But I've seen Dion look like a mortal. With everybody know how fast Dion was. I've
Yeah.
seen him look mortal with that plantar fasciitis. So I can only imagine.
Yo, hold on. I'm gonna end the show soon, but before we do, I wanted to just go over the last two parts of the interview. This is Mikel Brown Jr. talking about the attrition and playing the 82 game season, and he after that he talked about what makes him different. And then I'm gonna wrap it up. But here we go.
Speed of the game has really elevated to a point where it's virtually close to impossible for guys to play all 82 games. And as a result, you got to spare your body to some degree. But I look at cats like a Steph Curry. I look at a LeBron James. To me, there's a difference between getting ready and staying ready. And when you stay ready, you ready for anything. It doesn't mean you're not gonna miss games here or there. But what it does mean, the vast majority of the time, you ready to fulfill your responsibilities and do your job. Do you pay attention to what that's going to require now, and how has that impacted your preparation for this NBA draft and beyond?
Yeah, I mean, it's completely different from college. College is what, 30 some games, 35 to some like that, to you're going from 35 to like 82 games. So that in itself is just puts me in the mindset of like just really prioritizing your body. You see everybody, guesses how much money LeBron puts into his body, but we could clearly see how much money he puts into his body because he's constantly on the court and he's doing it at such an old age now. So, and Curry as well. Like, they really just prioritize taking care of their body and making sure they stay on the court as much as possible because your best ability is availability at the end of the day. So
Bro, you see
that's definitely something that
you see what I'm saying about how he answered questions, bro? Like he says everything that you would want your 6 pick to be. Like everything you would want, he's saying it, bro. If you know what I
Feeling
mean?
good?
So
You feeling good, bro? You like what he said, bro? You like what he
yeah.
said?
Hell yeah.
The thing is, you're right about what he says, but I love that fucking saying until Mikal Bridges was on this team. That nigga was available every game, and I wish he wasn't some of them. But I
Nah,
feel
but that we already know he had an agenda, a secret agenda, you know what I mean?
I just wish he wasn't available
This
sometimes
is
like that.
this is Mikel, and that's Mikel. You know?
Yeah, we just gonna call him Cal.
Yo, I wanted to say something too. I was watching some with Mikel Brown earlier, and I keep seeing speak about like Michael Jackson. His favorite song is Human Nature. I know
I
we
saw
call him
that.
Killer. I know we call him Killer Kevin here. His name might be Human Nature. It's like half man, half amazing. He Human Nature.
I like that.
I mean, anybody want to say anything to what he said, or yeah, I just want to get to the next part.
I will say his interviewing skills, like the shit that he says, comes across very mature. Even though he looks very young, it comes across very mature. It comes across like he studies the game. It comes across like he knows people and knows how to lead people. Like he used to be, like on his old teams, he was captain or something. Like he knows how to.
Rally
He
this.
got good personality. He's media trained, maybe, I don't know, but
Yeah.
he says the right things at the right times.
Yeah. All right. So this is the
I
last.
think it's
Wait, hold on,
he
hold on.
knows how to
Go ahead.
communicate. He knows how
Real
to
quick.
communicate.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Yo, we've been here for a good minute. John, where you at, nigga? Where you hiding, nigga? Where you hiding? No, bro. I know you here, bro. I know
Yo, can you hear me?
here.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say, to Jay's point, he's just a good communicator. He knows how to communicate, to people, and I think that's important. especially when you playing with people and you leading people, and when you're a point guard. That's
Mm-hmm.
not just important on in these
Facts.
interviews and with the press. It's important in the locker room. So I agree with what Jake said.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so we're gonna get to the last part of the interview. This is where Stephen A. asks him how is he different. We're gonna get to it.
On the floor, so it's definitely a priority for me.
Mikel Brown Jr. out of Louisville, right here with Stephen A. Sirius XM Mad Dog Sports Radio. Just a couple of more questions before I let you go. When you hear these comparisons, all the names, your name comes up, the Acuff Juniors, the Petersons of the world, others, even an AJ DeBonzo, who's more of a, he's not a point guard, of course, he's a forward, and you look at him and Caleb Wilson out of North Carolina and stuff like that. When you hear all of these names, what is it about your game that you bring to the table that you think is different, dare I say, than what the other guys do that would make you stand out?
Yeah, I think I just make everybody else better around me. I think that's what separates me from everybody else. That it factor to whereas I can go get you a bucket, but I also prioritize getting my teammates better and getting them involved as well. Like I can kind of as a guard, I can sense when somebody hasn't gotten a shot yet. Try to get them a shot in a sense, just to try to keep their confidence up. Because it's not a one-man show, man. This is a team. It's a team game. So just instilling that
That's a
confidence into my
beautiful point.
teammates and just creating for them as well as just as creating for myself. I think separates me from everybody else. And just like I said, man, I think that off the court stuff goes a long way as well. Just being a great teammate and just connecting with them on another level. Because, like I said, if you have that trust with your teammates off the court, on the court, it's just going to be even better, and that chemistry is going to be there. So, really, just creating, just being I think I'm the best creator in this draft. In all honesty,
Are you cool with being considered?
Talk
You
your
heard what he
shit,
said.
young
He
man.
said, "I think I'm the best creator in this draft." So again, I am going to be watching the assist turnover ratio for all of the rookies in this lottery for sure. Like the whole draft year, but the lottery for sure. Looking at the Peterson and what's his assist turnover ratio, all of the point guards, Darius Acuff Jr., Keaton Wagler, Kid Kingston Fleming,
Is
of
Keegan
course the
Wagner really a point?
I mean, they probably got him at the two because Darius Garland is the one. I guess you're right. He probably a two. But I'm definitely gonna be looking at Peterson. But Peterson a two too, right? Because they got Keontae George at the point.
Yeah, Peterson and two.
Yeah, he said he wants to
They
play
might put
point though.
Keontae at the two. No lie, they might put Keontae at the two.
But going into it, and this is because I do my research and stuff. Going into it, what you call it was rated higher than Darren Peterson, MPJ.
Mm-hmm.
Going in, coming out of high school and on Team USA and all this and that. So I mean, what he's saying isn't far fetched. Um,
Okay.
he's talking like a leader though. He's talking like somebody who's a leader and wants to be a leader.
Nah, facts. Facts. And again, man, I just think that ultimately, because I know the element of the media, New York media. He's somebody that's ready for the bright lights of this city, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think the Nets, you know what I'm saying, made the right pick, and we finna see them play on Tuesday. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all, man. I'm feeling the
Can I
close
say
out.
this?
Yeah,
Can I
yeah,
say
go
this
ahead.
real quick?
Yeah,
Let,
yeah.
let, 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 let me say this. All right, I'm not disagreeing. Just take this for what it is, bro. I don't trust Breezy. I really don't trust him. Yes, these are great answers. I feel like he gonna go overboard with this shit. He just laying the groundwork right now. So when he start going overboard, he gonna bring shit up like this. Like, yo, I've been saying this nigga been a great nigga and all that. He gonna put this nigga over the top. We already saw what happened the first time. Now this nigga could be better than the first nigga, but I'm just saying, bro. We don't want to go through that bullshit again. You feel me? Like,
But
bro,
bro,
I'm just
you
saying.
gotta take everything with a grain of salt. The same way that this nigga Stephen A. Smith, his thing is fucking shitting on people and making people talk. Breezy is a over positive guy, man. So he's gonna be a big fan to anybody that's on the team. You got to take it with a
Right.
grain of salt. And you
At
Remember,
got,
us for this nigga? No,
huh?
remember,
nigga. He went at
huh?
us for this nigga. He went at us for this nigga. We not doing this shit again, bro. I'm
Yo,
not doing
easy,
that shit
yo,
again.
easy, man.
Bro,
It's
nah, we gonna do this shit every time, bro.
yo, right,
I support
right.
every player that play for us. So I mean, that's just what it is.
Exactly. Exactly. But like big game, the difference is that for one, he a number 6 pick, so you know he gonna get the playing time. There ain't nobody in front of him like a Kyrie Irving and nothing like that. Bro, he got the green light. And I'm not just looking at him as a player. I'm looking like he was saying, I'm looking at him as a teammate. And I think they are complimentary to shout out CJ Holmes
I
again.
knew you was gonna love that line because you always talk about how good of a teammate somebody is, and he said he's saying all the shit that you like, Breeze.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's my guy, man. That's my guy, man. I hope he my favorite player in the NBA right now, man.
He took Nolan's spot that fast.
Okay, we
Who
starting
Nolan
something right,
Treyarch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nolan Treyarch, you know, he was like third favorite player right now. You know what I'm saying?
So
Jaeger
where's
number two.
Jaeger at then?
Number two. Jaeger number two.
Jaeger then jumped to number 2. God
Right,
damn.
guys. During last season, it was definitely Nolan over Diego.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But see,
for,
Diego, he
bro.
had he did the work in the off season, came back looking like he was ready. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just think it's gonna be fireworks, bro. It's gonna be exciting basketball, man. For real.
I like Jaeger taking little midgets in the post. Jaeger ain't playing no games before.
Yeah, but
Word.
yeah, I'm gonna close out, man. I'm gonna be back with more content, especially if Stephen A say something else. And if y'all, you know what I mean, got any content y'all want me to recap,
Hold
let me
on.
know.
Before you close out, say
Yeah.
what you got to say specifically to Stephen A. Smith. Since he said some shit about us, what you got to say specifically to him, just in case he want to respond.
Oh, specifically, I would say we know who you are. We Scooby Doo. We took the mask off of you. We found out you was a Nick fan. You know, posing as a analyst for the Brooklyn Nets. But we know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We know who you are. We knew you wasn't gonna give us a fair shake. And again, we ain't got big media, and so we big media because we ain't got no Nets representation in big media for real that got the same kind of airtime that a Stephen A. Smith got. But shout out to Brian Lewis, CJ Holmes, and all the other Nets content creators that I'm saying doing the work. Shout to us, man. Shout to Aura Mel's Easy E. This is JTV, Netorious, Big Priest, Leaf, John Marks. You know what I'm saying? Shout to all of y'all,
John
man.
Marks.
He said John Marks is crazy.
Shout
Where
to the
you
Brooklyn
hiding?
boys.
Where you
Shout
hiding?
Word. Shout to the all of the next content creators, man. I see y'all, man. Shout to everybody in the chat. Shout to the Ruler FN for the super chat. Leaf, Rob, Chief, Chazak, Ben Zadak. I hope I said that right. Shout to all y'all, man. Nets fans is the best fans. We gonna be back with more content really soon, y'all. Peace.